Prowlers still have some more shots at the Rockers this season, starting tonight at Big Boy Arena. Good evening, everybody. Will Wiggleman here with you in Fraser, Michigan. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Well, the Prowlers have some fresh blood in the lineup this evening. 4 players will be making their pro debuts. All of them played together at Trine University. We'll get you much more information on them as the pregame show moves along. But the Prowlers are 8-1-1 against the Motor City Rockers this season. They're trying to keep on rolling and extend their 7-game win streak. We'll have much more for you on the pregame show next. You're watching That Wiggle Guy on the PHP Network. Welcome back here to Big Boy Arena. Will Wiggleman here with you on the PHP Network. Thanks for sticking with us as once again, internet issues here at Big Boy Arena just as we're getting set to go live. But we are here, we're ready to go. And before we get going with tonight's games, take a look at the last game for these two teams, starting with the Rockers here in this building. They were able to take down HC Venom by a final of 4-2. They sweep their 3-game weekend, 2 against the Venom, 1 against the Mississippi Seawolves. Britton Sommerfeld gets the win in his first start since February 28th. Venom on a 6-game losing skid, and they went 0-5 in their 5-5 stretch that ended here in Fraser. Prowlers with a big 6-0 win over the Mississippi Seawolves, 7th straight victory for Port here on the longest active streak in the FPHL. Also the second shutout of the season for the Prowlers after Valtteri Nusiainen had one on January the 11th against the Dashers. First career pro shutout though for Yoshi in his 10th pro season. He's 4-0 this year as the Prowlers sweep the 5-game season series from the Seawolves. Take a look at the standings in the Empire Division. Binghamton still with home ice advantage now throughout the playoffs. Prowlers pulling away from the Wolves for 3rd. Port Huron 8-0-2 in its last 10 games. Watertown goes 2-7-1. Rockers, meanwhile, pulling away from the Venom for that final play-in spot. Venom just 2-8 in their last 10. Well, Hunter Hall has been a bright spot for the Rockers as of late. All 7 of his points have come during his 4-game point streak. Again, those 7 points as a Rocker since being acquired from Blue Ridge on March the 6th. He began that streak on March 15th in Port Huron with a goal and an assist. For the Prowlers, Vinny DeCumbis has been hot as of late, and he is up to 6 points in 9 games as a Prowler. Have to play all 6 remaining games for Port Huron to be eligible for the playoffs. He has points in 4 of his last 5 games. For tonight's game, I chatted with Prowlers head coach Matt Graham. With Prowlers head coach Matt Graham ahead of tonight's game against the Motor City Rockers. And coach, got a few new players in the lineup here tonight. What are you expecting from those 4?
Yeah, a lot of energy. These guys just got done with a great college career at one of the top schools in the country. They are elite players in that program. We're expecting them to play the same way they did there and bring a lot of energy to the lineup, the same way we did last year when we added all those college guys at the end of the season as well.
And with all those guys coming in, you had to do a little bit of gymnastics with your roster today. How were you able to make it all work?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. We had a couple of injuries that, fortunately helped out the roster. We had a couple guys have to go home for immigration purposes. The plan is for them to come back, but we'll see how that all works out. It's definitely a challenge of trying to figure out how to fit everyone in. But we were able to do it this weekend, so we're happy about that.
You guys have won 7 straight, but still mixing things up. But what are you looking for from your group to continue the momentum?
Yeah, we talk a lot about approaching every single game like it's a new game. We leave the last game in the past. We're just looking to come out here and play Prowlers hockey, which is high energy, physical, disrupting plays, things of that nature. It's not really about the winning streak at all. We just take it one game at a time. Our expectation is to play at a high level, so that's kind of where we're at and what we'll expect.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yep.
get the American and Italian national anthems tonight. It is Italian Heritage Night here at Big Boy Arena. Take a look at the lines for the Prowlers with some new faces. That third line, Bobby Price, Tyler Fox, and Drew Welsh, the Trine line. 3 of the 4 players the Prowlers have added this week out of Trine University, all collegiate signings. The 4th, Tim Organ, on defense tonight alongside Brian Parsons. A couple of players will have to be out though, and Matt Graham, the Prowlers head coach, has called his own number to sit out first. Vinny DeCumbus slots into his spot on the top line. Tucker Scantleberry, an alternate captain, also getting the night off, so the Prowlers start with their leaders getting the night off. And of course those 4 new college guys, again, Price, Fox, and Drew Welsh on the line together up front. Tim Organ plays on defense. Call them the Trine line tonight. Meanwhile, Daniel Chartrand takes Tucker Scantleberry's spot. Dylan Marty slots in as the extra forward. And Braden Simmons-Fisher also back in the lineup for the Prowlers. We take a look at the Orthopedic Associates starting lineup for the Prowlers here tonight. It will be that Trine line of Price, Fox, and Welsh. Organ and Parsons start on defense, and it'll be Reed Cooper between the pipes tonight for the Port Huron Prowlers. And that is the perfect segue into our starting goaltending matchup. Cooper against Ricky Gonzalez, and Reed has won his last 3 starts, and the Prowlers have earned at least a point in each of his last 6. 4-0-2 in that span is Reed Cooper, 32 saves in a 6-2 win in this building 2 weeks ago. Gonzalez, meanwhile, won both games he played last weekend, one against Mississippi and one against the hockey club HC Venom. Did lose both to the Prowlers, though, 2 weeks ago, and he has given up 5 goals on 5+ goals on 46+ shots in each of his last 3 starts against Port Huron. So lots of goals on Ricky Gonzalez recently for the Prowlers, but also lots of shots as well. Well, 4 players about to begin their pro careers with the drop of the puck, and we are underway here tonight. Dumped in by Brendan Ronan, wearing number 3 tonight, former Athens Rock Lobster. Wasn't with the Rockers yet when the Prowlers played them the last time. Here's a steal by Cody Oakes. His shot off the glass, and it caroms out to center. Tipped in, and Tim Organ after it, along with Ronan. And now Parsons able to sweep it up to Tyler Fox. Moved up the boards right into Welsh and Price. And now Parsons on it. Reverse back into his own end. And back behind the net as his team's in the midst of a change. Adam Heinzel with a headman feed that's tipped into the Rockers zone. Chartrand in on the forecheck, centering pass. Marty swipes at it, and he scores! The Rockers stopped it right in front of the crease, and Dylan Marty puts it home. Another opening minute goal for the Prowlers, and they have the early 1-0 lead. Boy, that's something the Prowlers have made a habit of recently, scoring early to take leads. And Port Huron gets things going in the building that Dylan Marty scored his first pro goal in a couple of weeks ago. He gets the first one here tonight. Marty in on the forecheck against Nick McGill-Diaz, who wrapped it around. Came out to the slot, Jamie Bussell, off to Simmons-Fisher, wrists it through, and it's punched out by Gonzalez. McGill-Diaz tied up with Chartrand. Sneath and Bussell digging away as well. Bussell comes out with it, trying to work around Mac Diver. Millette up high to Heinzel. Simmons-Fisher couldn't get it on goal, but he did get back deep. Reggie Millette rimmed it all the way around. Nobody home, though. His team in the midst of a change. Nick Gullo took a hard hit from Millette as he dumped it in. And now Alex Johnson hangs out behind his own net. Watched by Corey Checo, a new collegiate signing for these Rockers. Timur Gavrilovic back for it. Tied up with Millette. Lockney takes it, tried to center, couldn't do so. Federley on goal. That was kicked out by Gonzalez. Looks like Austin Federley at least taking this first shift at center with Lockney and Millette. That puck up out of play into the protective netting. Well, the Prowlers have scored coming into tonight. They scored within the first 2 minutes of 3 of their last 4 games, including the last 2 against the Motor City Rockers. Make it 4 of the last 5 as Dylan Marty's goal comes at the 59-second mark. Daniel Chartrand should get an assist right now. The helpers are going to Braden Simmons-Fisher and Adam Heinzel. Lucas Lockney just took the puck up high into his face. Meanwhile, Gavrilovic going the other direction. Lockney back to the bench, holding his face. And now they blow things dead.
And that play was ruled offsides. If your sides are off a little, remember that Great Clips keeps your hair outside.
Hopefully Lockney's all right over there on the Prowler bench.
Great Clips is the official hair color of your Motor City Rockers.
The Prowlers have 2 coaches in suits behind the bench tonight. Matt Graham and Chris Paulin. Of course, Paulin as usual, and Graham sitting out tonight. And the Prowlers getting themselves some extra rest, getting their guys some breaks right before playoff time, which is always good. Prevent injury as Oaks tried to dump that one back in, but offsides at the line were the Rockers. Prowlers make a quick change here, and now Vinny DeCumbis coming out with Chartrand and Bussell, so maybe Prowlers switching DeCumbis and Austin Federley in the lineup, as I had it during the pregame show. There's Oaks wrapping it down and around. Brett Lockhart, the first one on it. Sends it back behind the cage towards Johnson. That hopped away from him. Jamie Bussell starts to move up ice. And out of the zone, right on the stick of Blaisdell. Colton on for Ronan. Tried to slip it through for Oaks, out of his reach. Johnson trying to spin away from the forechecking Oaks, and Bussell takes over. Bussell on for DeCumbis. He couldn't bring that one in cleanly. Oaks the other way, 1-on-3. They'll wrap it around the glass, hit a stanchion, and ended up going off the back of the net. Long lead pass touched by Chartrand. Welsh couldn't pick it up. Heinzel dumps it in, and Welsh had to jump over to make sure he wasn't offside. Drew Welsh with the spin back in, waits for his line mates to get onside. And it's Fox. Couldn't get it deep. Heinzel did. Cross corner dump. Nick McGill-Diaz slows things down behind his own net. In case you're just joining us, 4 minutes gone in period 1. Dylan Marty, the only goal of the game so far at the 59-second mark. Simmons-Fisher leaves it off for Federley. On for Bobby Price, waits for it to come up to him, and he gives it to Millette. All by himself, waits for help. Slips it through for Federley. And now Diver takes the puck. Spun it around to McGill-Diaz, who lofts it all the way out. Gloved down by Organ. Lucas Lockney, good to see him back out there. His face must be all right. Lockney, off for Millette, takes a look, his shot just missed. Parsons looking back on net. His clapper over top of the cage. Delayed penalty coming up against the Rockers, as away from the play, looks like it was Brad Ryder possibly, or Tristan Wells actually. Got his stick up on Reggie Millette. And Port Huron to the first man advantage of the game, leading by a goal. The Prowlers this week in practice had 3 power play units working. And we'll see who they send out here. It looks like it'll be the one with the 4 college guys and Daniel Chartrand, the 4 trying guys. Fox, Welsh, Organ, Price, and then Daniel Chartrand out there as well. It'll be Fox against Hall. on this face-off, and Price sets things up. Oregon down to Welsh. Up high Oregon, and now Price takes the shot. That was partially blocked. Welsh able to recollect on the near side half wall. Oregon back for Welsh. Oregon once again. And now Price. They work it back to Welsh's side. Oregon straight on. Price fires, and his shot blocked by Gavrilovich. Price able to keep it deep though. Shartran around for Welsh. Up high Oregon. Price takes a look. Tried to slip it through. Fox just touched it wide. Comes back around for Welsh. 45 seconds gone in this Prowlers power play. Oregon loads it up. Save, rebound. Another stop by Gonzalez. Puck off the glass and cleared down by Hall. As Shartran got tangled up with Gonzalez, and Rotundi wanted a piece of Daniel Shartran. Prowlers will change up the power play unit for the first time on this man advantage. Lots of offensive zone time for that first unit. Here's Brian Parsons getting some power play time, but he's offside at the rocker line. 1-0 Prowlers. Just past 6 minutes gone in period one. We'll take a timeout here on the PHP Network.
SMR Automotive Systems is part of the Motherson Group and a proud community sponsor of the Port Huron Prowlers. We are one of the largest manufacturers of rear-view mirrors for passenger vehicles in the world, with local plants in Port Huron and Marysville. We strive to support our local communities and have positions available for various abilities and experience. Find out more about who we are at smr-automotive.com.
The Eastern Michigan Small Business Network, providing resources and funding to help start or grow your business. Small business support in participating Region 6 counties. Take advantage of the network's free training and events for entrepreneurs and small business owners. The Eastern Michigan Small Business Network aims to boost your chances of success. Learn more about the network's small business cohort program. With rentable workspaces, business coaching, training, and funding opportunities, it's time to become a client of the Eastern Michigan Small Business Network.
Back here at Big Boy Arena, Prowlers with 50 seconds left on their man advantage. They send out their third power play unit of this man advantage. It's Johnson taking the face-off with Lockney, Simmons, Fisher, Federley, and Millette. Two defensemen on this power play, Johnson and Simmons, Fisher, but it's Federley and Millette who are lined up high. Federley at the top. Over to Millette. Takes a look, sent it through, deflected, and Gonzalez able to hang on as Simmons. Fisher got a good touch on it, changed the direction of that puck, and right into Rico Gonzalez as he slid across. Prowlers with the only 4 shots of the game so far, and the game's only goal. Well, this face-off ends up on the far half wall, and Eli Rivers able to bounce it down ice. The last time these two teams matched up, Prowlers went 3 for 7 on the man advantage. They're still 11th in the league at 19.2% this year. Simmons Fisher able to touch it deep. Millette giving Blaisdell some trouble, and Millette sweeps it over to the far side. Final seconds ticking off this Prowlers man advantage. Simmons Fisher all the way across to Millette. Up top, Federley, let it go, score! Simmons Fisher with a tip in front just as the penalty expired, and the Prowlers have a 2-0 lead. They put him in front to take away the goaltender's eyes, and he got a deflection earlier on in the power play that Gonzalez was able to stop. That time, 5-hole for Braden Simmons Fisher, his second of the year. Prowlers jumping on the rockers early here tonight. Battle of I-94 has been technically settled as the Prowlers clinched it 2 weeks ago, but they're still fighting as Oregon floats this one deep. Oregon across to Parsons, takes a look, score! I think Marty may have gotten a piece of that one. How about the second goal of this period for Dylan Marty? pucks on net, and the Prowlers have 3. The Bluebirds raining down at Big Boy Arena. And much like 2 weeks ago at McMorran Place, Port Huron all over Motor City in the early going. Lockhart sends it around. Prowlers right back on the attack. And a nice shot pass from Brian Parsons to make that goal happen. Trine line going to work. It's centered for Price. He couldn't get to a shooting position though. Off the glass. Johnson swoops in for it. Hands off for Welsh. The pass eluded him. And the Prowlers dump it back deep. Gavrilovich. Left wing side. Rotundi back for Gavrilovich. Pushed back towards the Rockers then. Fox and Gavrilovich after it together. Fox knocked down. Gavrilovich keeps the puck moving. Oakes floats it out for Hall. Simmons Fisher stops him in his tracks. Fox works in, drops the shoulder, and he gets it deep. Colton and Millette come together. Poked along, Millette back after it. Simmons Fisher from the point, sent it just wide. Millette spun down to the ice. That's another penalty against the Rockers. Lockney on the delayed call to Heinzel. Now Simmons Fisher floats it through, and Gonzalez has it for a whistle and a face-off. Holding the call, Reggie Millette has drawn 2 penalties so far, and his team in control, trying to add a 4th of this opening period. The 2 goals from Braden Simmons Fisher and Dylan Marty, by the way, 20 seconds apart. And again, Marty now up to 2 goals in this opening period. It's Brett Lockhart's unit setting up here. Parsons to Lockhart. Marty lets it go, and that one partially blocked. It ends up in the corner. This one blocked down on the clearing attempt. And Marty again a drive. That was blocked on the way through and finally sent down ice. That first clearing attempt by Colton hit his own man, TJ Sneath. Dylan Marty early on the hat trick watch. Prowlers up on shots right now at 7-0 as they continue to work on their power play. Marty down deep for Bussell. Keeps it moving. Parsons towards Bussell. Colton got in the way. The Prowlers recollect. Bussell and a back pass in front. Came back to a backdoor play. And Decumbus stopped by Gonzalez. Eli Rivers able to float it all the way down the ice. Both teams making wholesale changes. Halfway through the penalty to Timur Gavrilovich. Federley works his way in. Off for Simmons Fisher across. Johnson takes a look. Save Gonzalez. Left a rebound. And Federley scores! Prowlers continue to be tenacious around the blue paint. They have 4 in the first 10 minutes. Frustration down on the Rockers bench. Stunned faces in the crowd. That one a power play goal for the Prowlers captain. It took them 9 minutes and 35 seconds to score 4 the last time these teams matched up back at McMorran Place. 9 minutes and 45 seconds here tonight. Welsh works in, his shot off the glass and batted to the corner by Gonzalez. Fox picks off a clearing pass, and then he ran into a rocker. Welsh for Fox. Working on Ryder, dips the shoulder. Price now, weaving out of traffic, hands it off to Organ. Welsh, Price, fires off the back glass. It sits in the crease. Gonzalez dove back, and he got the glove on top. as Tyler Fox was right there digging away. These guys looking for their first pro goals. Prowlers already with 4 on the board past the midway point of period 1.
Welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you?
Can I please get a big...
What I need from you is a chicken Big Mac.
A chicken Big Mac? That's not a Big Mac.
Actually, it is.
It's not...
A Big Mac.
Chicken Big Mac?
2 chicken patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, and pickles on a sesame seed bun. Enjoy.
The chicken Big Mac.
It's not a Big Mac.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We're on a mission to feed the future by helping farmers worldwide be more resilient, more productive, more sustainable for generations to come. Corteva Agriscience. Keep growing.
Hi, welcome.
I'm just checking in, and I have a service animal.
Service animal?
Do you have anything on the ground floor so I can let him out at night?
9:36 left to go in the Munger physical therapy first period. Prowlers exploding for 4 quick goals. They're up 13-0 on shots. We'll see if Reed Cooper wants a chair down in the Prowlers goal crease to our left. Rico Gonzalez will stay busy as the faceoff is right near him. Try and line back out there. Fox wins the draw back. Price across one-timer, score! It's Drew Welsh with his first pro goal. Make it 5 for Port Huron in period 1. And there's the first pro goal for the Trying guys. And how about the pass from Price over to Drew Welsh? And when they came in, I looked at Welsh as more of the passing guys. He did lead Trying in assists last year with 20 helpers, had 16 this season. But he unloaded the one-timer and beat Gonzalez. And it looks like that will be the end of Gonzalez's night. He lasts 10.5 minutes and allows 5 goals on 14 shots, and in comes Bryn Sommerfeld.
The Rockers, number 35, Bryn Sommerfeld.
So the 4th straight start for Gonzalez, allowing 5 or more to the Prowlers. I should say 4th straight start against the Prowlers, where he's allowed 5 or more goals. Those previous 3, as we mentioned just before puck drop, he had seen 46 plus shots. Tonight, just 14. Johnson trying to go end to end. Drags it on his backhand all the way around the cage. Centered for Lockney, didn't get much on that shot. Oakes gave it over to Ronan, knocked off his stick. And sent around to the near side. Millette chops it out of the zone. Lockney hustling after it. He'll beat Colton there. Well, then Colton ends up with the puck. Blaisdell. Home run pass, misses everybody, but they say a Prowler stick touched it, so no icing. Organ racing up the left wing side. Tried to slip it through towards Millette. Bounce back. Oakes. Had his pass blocked away by Daniel Chartrand. Back in neutral ice, it's Reiter taking a look, going across, and Chartrand able to knock that one down. To the near side, Federley fresh off the bench. And he sent that shot just wide. Tyler Fox, by the way, picking up the assist on Drew Welsh's goal. I believe may have been Price who made the pass. We'll see. Maybe remembering it wrong, but either way, somebody's getting their first pro assist as well. Heinzel gets it deep. Reiter and Chartrand come together. And Chartrand sends it over to the near side. Cut off there by Checo. And it's Miguel Diaz bouncing it over to Diver. He couldn't bring that pass in. Welsh tried to fire it across. It's blocked away by Matthias Tellstrom. TJ Sneath sends it in on Cooper, and that shot from outside the blue line. First shot on goal of the game for the Motor City Rockers. Simmons Fisher to Price on the outside. Tried to feed it back across. And it got all the way through. Now Welsh in tight. He scores! How about another for Drew Welsh? 6 in the period, and the Prowlers are running the Rockers out of their own building. These Motor City Rockers, by the way, are playoff bound, at least the play-in game. Now, there's a lot of concern here for the Rockers, players, staff, and fans. What they are witnessing out on the ice right now, pure domination by their rivals from up north.
Prowler goal scored by number 67.
Prowlers fans that made the trip cannot be happier, certainly, as Sommerfeld sends it around to the far side. They give Price and Fox assists on the goal by Welsh. So how about the Trine line all getting in on that one? That one poked out of play as Johnson stepped up on Nick Gullo.
Fans, make sure to stop by and visit the Italian American Cultural Society banquet.
Still 46 minutes and 49 seconds to play in this opening 20 minutes, and it's the Prowlers with a 6-0 lead. This is the most goals the Prowlers have scored in any period this season, beating the 5 they had in the second period on January the 10th against the Dashers. And again, the last time these teams matched up, Prowlers scored 4 in the first. Here's Marty for the hat trick, and he's stopped by Bryn Sommerfeld, whose helmet has come off. So they'll blow it dead, but Dylan Marty, looking for a first period Hattie there, got a good chance from the slot.
Section 9 near the bleachers. Winners will be drawn in the third period during the second media timeout.
Prowlers will switch things up as Sommerfeld gets his helmet back on. Well, you thought that maybe with some regulars out of the lineup, there may be some hiccups for the Prowlers. Absolutely not, as they are buzzing at an all-time high. Federley behind the net. Colton comes to greet him there. Tried to center out in front. Bussell and Blaisdell spin down to the ice. Blaisdell did at least. Poked along for Oakes. Outlet feed. Gets to Hall. Federley picks his pocket with some help from Lockhart. Blaisdell leaves it behind the net. Federley, the only one there to grab it. Works his way up high. Floats it through off the backboards. Hall takes a look. Headman feed finds Oakes all by himself. And he's stopped by Cooper. And the first big save for Reed Cooper tonight. Here's Welsh on a 1-on-2. And he couldn't get to a shooting position as Diver took it away. And Diver had some trouble as finally was able to get out of the defensive zone. Price backhands it deep. Nick McGill-Diaz hands off. And now it's Tellstrom across for Tristan Wells. Gets to the red line, try to dump it deep. Oregon settles it down, trying to play away from Tellstrom as that puck was bouncing. McGill-Diaz able to keep it deep. Ryan Parsons looking for a quick exit, goes up to Welsh, and he tapped it back for Fox. Rockers take over in their own end as it rolled away from Tyler Fox. McGill-Diaz, long lead pass. Ryder forced back into his own end by Adam Heinzel. Diver up towards McGill-Diaz. That ends up below the goal line, Prowler territory, and Simmons Fisher threw a little reverse hit on Ryder. Ryan Rotundi, soft pass on to Ryder. He was knocked to the ice. Tecumseh quickly over to Lockney. Backhands it deep. Behind the net, it's Rotundi. And the Prowlers take back over off the missed pass. Heinzel to Lockney, got a deflection. And a blocker save by Bryn Sommerfeld. Gavrilovic for Rivers. Simmons Fisher stepped in to take it away, and Gavrilovic will try again to exit his own end. Here's Rivers on the left wing side. He dumps it in. Heinzel plays it quickly up to Millette, and a couple of Rockers came in to throw a hit on Adam Heinzel. He is down behind the Prowler net, and now Millette tackling a Rocker to the ice, and a response on the hit on Adam Heinzel. It's usually Heinzel the one who's giving the response for a hit against his teammates, and Reggie Millette able to step up and defend Heinzel. We'll take a break as Heinzel's still down behind the net. We'll be right back here at Big Boy Arena.
At Hungry Howie's, we have a flavor philosophy. It's that you deserve to mix and match the most delicious flavor you've ever had with even more of the most delicious flavor you've ever had. But how can you mix and match the most delicious flavor twice at the same time? Well, we're not in the business of logic. We're in the business of blowing your flavor upon flavor. Philosophize on that. Get any 2 items on the mix and match menu, including the 2-topping flatbread pizza for $6.99 each.
Hungry?
Howie's!
Take care of all your financial needs at Flagship Credit Union, official partner of the Port Huron Prowlers. Serving St. Clair County since 1959 and now serving Sanilac and Huron counties. Flagship Credit Union is big enough to meet all your financial needs and small enough to know how to best serve you. They can help you open a checking account or find a low-interest loan that works for you. Find them at 3910 Lapeer.
Game completely enough. They got kids in Prowler jerseys doing the game here during the TV timeout at Big Boy Arena. Meanwhile, Adam Heinzel is skating under his own power to the Prowler dressing room, I believe, or actually maybe to the bench. Can't tell from here, unfortunately, but again, under his own power, able to skate away. Prowlers dominant in this opening period. They'll have to defend, though, on the PK, as Reggie Millette has picked up 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct and 2 for roughing, but I'm sure defending Adam Heinzel there worth the full 4 minutes. The True Balance penalty kill gets its first test of the night. Killed 9 of 12 Rockers power plays in their last series 2 weeks ago. Rockers, meanwhile, 2 games against the Venom last weekend. We're 4 for 9, red hot on the man advantage. They're up to 6th in the league at 21.4%. Hall up to Gullo. And now McGill Diaz, left wing. Rivers unloads and a save by Cooper. So he saw it through the traffic. Comes to Gullo on the far side. Walks the blue line, floats it through, couldn't find a tip. Off the backboards, they try and put it back out in front. And Simmons Fisher able to find it. He'll skate with it. Short-handed, here comes Simmons Fisher with Fox joining him. Slips it down low and Fox couldn't get a touch on it. McGill Diaz came back to tie him up. Pass was behind Gullo. Johnson jumps on it and he sends it all the way down. And if the Rockers don't score, the man advantage will leak into period 2. It'll be 8 seconds left, as again, it is a double minor, or 2 separate minor penalties, however you want to look at it. Morgan rims it around, kept in by Colton. Blaisdell across to Colton. They continue to play catch. Blaisdell walks down the left wing boards. Price in there trying to cause some trouble. Tellstrom hands off for Reiter behind the net. Takes a look. Over to Blaisdell on the near side. Colton sent it through off a stick. Nobody knows where it is. It's behind the net. Cooper was looking for it. Reiter goes up to Tellstrom. One-timer Colton. Cooper stopped that, and the rebound ended up behind the net. Federally able to turn and fire it all the way down. 6 seconds left on the first penalty to Reggie Millette. Bussell causing some issues in the neutral zone, and the Rockers have to regroup as they finish a change here. Blaisdell on for Gullo, right wing side to Rivers. Throws on the brakes. Across to McGill Diaz, fresh off the bench. He works in deep. His shot Cooper got a piece. Neck came off. And they'll blow it dead. Parsons getting involved with Rivers now. And a crowd gathering over on the far side in Prowler territory. Minute 29 left to go here in period 1. Minute 38 up on the board for this Rockers power play. Well, please do stick around for the Moses Roses smoke break. First intermission report. We'll go around the Empire, take a look at some happier times from Motor City Rockers than this first 20 minutes frankly has been. We'll also take a look at some storylines from around the FPHL, out-of-town scores, and the game stats as well. It's all coming your way on the Moses Roses smoke break. First intermission report here on the PHP Network. Well, Rivers is heading to the locker room. Brian Parsons to the penalty box. So we'll see how all of this shakes out. Rockers so far with 3 shots on their power play. They are currently being outshot 16-5 in this opening period. Josh Colton and Austin Federley, the respective captains for their teams, over at the scorers table and the referee circle getting the explanation. Tonight's referees are Jonathan Satarski and Cody Lang, the linesman Brandon Baitens, and Colin Pons. Conversations continue. Nothing has come down yet on my penalty sheet. Matthias Tellstrom is in the Rockers penalty box. Nothing has gone up on the big board either. And now they put 2 up for Rivers. So might we get some 4-on-4 here? Looks like we will. So that will negate the rest of this Rockers power play. Looks like the internet here at Big Boy Arena, not the best right now. Please do stick with us. As the puck is down. And here's McGill Diaz. Again, apologies for any skipped moments there. Sneath is shown a seat by Brett Lockhart. There was seemed to be some internet issues here at Big Boy Arena, but you know what else is new? Johnson knocked down, and Lockhart takes over. Delayed penalty against Motor City. Lockhart for Lockney, drives in on the backhand, saves Sommerfeld. Sneath swipes at it, and the Prowlers will get a 4-on-3 man advantage here. Nick McGill Diaz to the box. This will be 4-on-3 for the rest of this period, and then be briefly 5-on-3 unless the Prowlers score. But all of that will happen in the second, so no need to worry about that in this final 60 seconds. Price, Fox, Organ, and Marty out there right now for this draw. One short of the whole Trine group being out there together. Another collegiate player out there in Dylan Marty. As Organ walks in, over to Marty, takes a look, his shot blocked up into the protected netting, out of play. And now Marty having a chat with Ryan Rotundi. So Brian Parsons and Eli Rivers each get 2 for roughing, and Rivers an extra penalty for abuse of officials. Facing to Sommerfeld's right. Bussell and Gullo drawing. And Sommerfeld kept it moving for Rotundi. He's surrounded by Lockney and Bussell. Lockney tried to sweep it out in front, couldn't do it. And now Bussell up to the far side. And Federley up high. Walks the line, takes a look over to Johnson with 30 to go in the period. Lockney for Federley. Walks in, he shoots, deflected. And a save by Sommerfeld. They're trying to keep it in, he does. 17 seconds left to go in the frame. Johnson for Federle. Bussell set up right in front of Sommerfeld. Lockney fires, he scores! Touchdown Prowlers before the end of period play goal. And it's 7-0. And the point streak broke to 13 games. We'll go back to 4-on-4 now. The final 9.4 seconds of period 1. Off one back by Fox. Here's Oakes during the corner, and a shot from the sharp angle stopped. Colton shot ends up over top of the cage. That will do it for period number 1. Times in the opening 20 minutes, and they will take this 7-0 lead into the first intermission. Shots on goal in that opening period favoring the Prowlers 19-6. Hopefully they figure out the internet issues here at Big Boy Arena. Again, apologies here. I wish there was something I could do. Hopefully you got to see all 7 of the goals. Take a breath. Still got 40 minutes left to go. Coming up on the Moses Roses smoke break, we go around the Empire. All the news highlights from last weekend's games around the division. We'll also take a look at some storylines around the FPHL, the out-of-town scores, and much more. It's all coming up on the Moses Roses Smoke Break first intermission report right here on the PHP Network. Well, the Prowlers are celebrating 10 years in Port Huron, and now's your chance to get special edition 10th anniversary gear at the Prowlers team store. And by the way, special tomorrow, 10% off for season ticket holders on just about everything. Select items are not available as part of that deal, but nearly everything for season ticket holders, and other things will be also lots of discounts at the Prowlers team store tomorrow. So be sure to get out to McMorran Place. You can find the team store on the west end of McMorran Arena at every home game or online anytime at prowlersmerch.com. Those deals, though, will be in-store only. And once again, now, to visit the online shop, look your POHO best with gear from the Prowlers team store. It's a rout here at Piven. Rockers, nothing. And around the Empires coming up next on the PHP Network. You're watching the PHP Network, your home for Port Huron Prowlers hockey.
It's time to wake up on the sunrise side of Michigan. Wake up to beautiful beaches. Wake up to vibrant urban landscapes. Wake up to unique eats. Wake up to charming coastal towns. Wake up to cozy entertainment. Wake up to Michigan's Thumb Coast. Plan your perfect wake-up call using bluewater.org.
Keep up with your Prowlers all season long on social media. Follow us on Facebook at the Port Huron Prowlers, Instagram at PH Prowlers, and Twitter at PH Prowlers. And you can find more information on our website, phprowlers.com.
We're on a mission to feed the future by helping farmers worldwide be more resilient, more productive, more sustainable for generations to come. Corteva Agriscience. Keep growing.
Grab your friends and head to Bella Bola, a local pizza spot located in the heart of downtown Port Huron. Our menu is full of timeless favorites made fresh in our on-site pizza oven. Available for pickup or delivery. Just don't fight over the last slice.
that much better than you.
Should've just got a ticket from phprowlers.com.
I should have just bought tickets at phprowlers.com.
I should have just got a ticket at phprowlers.com.
I should have got a ticket at phprowlers.com.
They should have just got tickets
at phprowlers.com.
Experience the best of the Thumb Coast at the DoubleTree by Hilton Port Huron. Nestled on the shores of the St. Clair River, our waterfront hotel offers breathtaking views that will leave you in awe. Come dine at our on-site restaurant Freighters or relax by our indoor pool. The DoubleTree by Hilton Port Huron recently celebrated 10 years of service. To celebrate, we are offering 10% off your stay. Call and mention code Prowlers for a discount.
Due to game rescheduling, HC Venom had to play a 5-5 during a critical point in the season. We'll start there as we go around the Empire. It began on Wednesdays. They hosted the Hat Tricks. Second period, Danbury up a goal, and they stretch it on for Corey Anderson. And he makes it a 3-1 lead. Later, Venom back within a goal. They're on the power play, and Connor Craig shot tipped home by Jonas Leas. And it's all level. Third period, Danbury back ahead. Alexander Vasiliev puts that one home. It went down as the game winner. The Hat Tricks held on for a 1-goal victory. Venom then welcomed in the Dashers on Thursday. Start in the second. It's already 3-1 Dashers. Jawan Davis to Zach Horn, his second of the night. Dashers up by 3. Third period, 5-1 now, and Horn to the net. His hat-trick goal makes it 6-1 for the Dashers. Few minutes later, how about Horn again, right down Broadway. Fourth of the night. He had never had a multi-goal game before in the FPHL. Despite getting heavily outshot, the Dashers finally snapped their 43-game losing streak and get win number 2 on the season. After that rough night, the Venom had to travel to Port Huron the next night. First period, and the bank is open for Austin Federley. Off the goaltender and in, and it's a 1-0 lead for Port Huron. Late in the second, Prowlers power play. Federley floats it through, tipped home by Alex Johnson. That was the game winner, and it helped Port Huron get its first win over the Venom this season. Then the Venom finished up the long week with a pair of games against the Rockers. Late in the first on Saturday, tied at 1, Nathan Butler was HC Venom in the lead. Late in the second, same score, Eli Rivers fires home a power play goal and knocks it back up. Third period, scramble in front, Cody Oates puts it in, and the Rockers get their game-winning goal. They get a couple of more to pull away for the win. Skip to the opening seconds of the third period on Sunday. It's 2-1 Motor City until Stavros Soilis puts that puck in the back of the net. All of a sudden, it's a tie game. A couple of minutes later, TJ Sneap with the face-off win right to Rivers. And he taps it in, puts Motor City back in front. Then, Rockers on the power play. Brad Ryder able to poke home the puck in the crease. And that was the final nail in the coffin as the Venom end up 0-5 in the 5-5 stretch and fall further behind the Rockers for that final play-in spot. We go back in time a little bit as Motor City hosted Mississippi on Friday before those games against the Venom. Starting the first period, tied at 1, Yegor Kabateyev. First of 2 in the period for him, and it breaks the tie. Late in the frame, 4-1 now. Josh Colton lets it rip, and TJ Sneath tips it home. A 5-goal first period for Motor City, and the Rockers end up with a season-high 8 tallies, with take down the Seawolves. Mississippi then traveled up to Port Huron to wrap up its weekend. They're 46 seconds in. Reggie Millette gets his own rebound, puts it back on net, and banks it off a Seawolves defender to give the Prowlers an early 1-0 lead. Third period, Millette again with a rebound, this time off a Brian Parsons shot. That made it 6-0, but the real story, Yoshihiro Kuriowa made 24 saves in his first career pro shutout. After their win on Thursday, the Dashers were in Danbury Friday and Saturday. Starting the second on Friday, it's 2-0 hat tricks. Johnny Ruiz to Chase Harwell with an easy tap-in goal. Later in the frame, how about Ruiz to Harwell once again, another tap-in. That made it 5-0 at that point. A couple minutes later, and here's Harwell on the breakaway. Hat trick goal for him. And he ends up with a third of Danbury's tallies in the game as they roll to a shutout victory. Danbury got up to a 2-0 lead the next night as well. Second period, hat tricks on the power play, but here come the Dashers. Quinn O'Reilly cuts the deficit in half. Opening seconds of the third, still 2-1. Ruiz to Harwell. Where have we heard that before? And Danbury restores the 2-goal advantage. 20 seconds later, here comes Ruiz. He'll keep it, wrap all the way around for his second of the game, and that was enough to put it out of reach as the hat tricks earn the weekend sweep. Black Bears were in Watertown for a 2-game set. Start early in the first on Friday, tied at 1. Chris Mott able to tip home that backhand shot and break the deadlock. Still in the first, 3-1 now. CJ Stubbs with the steal, and he puts it to the top shelf. And a dominant first period for Binghamton helps them to a Friday victory. It was the Wolves who got off to a hot start the next night. You see Davide Gaeta tip home the shot from Dom Della Savita. It was 4-0 Watertown. But now in the third, it's a 1-goal game. Scott Ramekers rips it to the top corner to tie things up. And a few minutes later, Ramekers to Cam Clark. Black Bears come all the way back, scoring 7 unanswered to end the game and deny the Wolves a huge 3 points. We'll take a look at the standings. Binghamton officially clinched home ice advantage throughout the playoffs for the FPHL's top seed. Prowlers hot streak and Wolves free fall as Port Huron solidly in third, but Watertown still with 2 games in hand. That race still far from over. Venom Blue opportunities to get points. They're fading in the race for the final play-in spot in the division. The team they're chasing the Motor City Rockers, hosting the Port Huron Prowlers in the Battle of I-94 at Big Boy Arena. Second period action is coming up next on the PHP Network.
Experience the best of the Thumb Coast at the Doubletree by Hilton Port Huron. Nestled on the shores of the St. Clair River, our waterfront hotel offers breathtaking views that will leave you in awe. Come dine at our on-site restaurant Freighters or relax by our indoor pool. The Doubletree by Hilton Port Huron recently celebrated 10 years of service. To celebrate, we are offering 10% off your stay. Call and mention code Prowlers for a discount.
Hi, welcome.
I'm just checking in, and I have a service animal.
Service animal?
Do you have anything on the ground floor so I can let him out at night?
We're on a mission to feed the future by helping farmers worldwide be more resilient, more productive, more sustainable for generations to come. Corteva Agriscience. Keep growing.
Keep up with your Prowlers all season long on social media. Follow us on Facebook at the Port Huron Prowlers, Instagram at PH Prowlers, and Twitter at PH Prowlers. And you can find more information on our website, phprowlers.com.
It's time to wake up on the sunrise side of Michigan. Wake up to beautiful beaches. Wake up to vibrant urban landscapes. Wake up to unique eats. Wake up to charming coastal towns. Wake up to cozy entertainment. Wake up to Michigan's Thumb Coast. Plan your perfect wake-up call using bluewater.org.
Welcome back here to Big Boy Arena. That score you're seeing, not an error, not a typo. It is 7-0 for the Port Huron Prowlers, and we have played just 20 minutes. Will Wiggleman here with you on the PHP Network. Hopefully they are figuring out the internet issues here at Big Boy Arena. Unfortunately, I have no control over that, but thanks for sticking with us here tonight. Before we get to period 2, take a look around the FPHL. Start with some storylines from around the league. And the Dashers adding some talent up front. Some veterans in Mo Levac and Chris Affinati. Levac played 5 seasons with the original FPHL Dashers from 2012 to 2018, including Commissioner's Cup championship in 2017. And he was that franchise's all-time assist leader with 201. He hasn't played anywhere yet this season, but now he will suit up for the Dashers. Affinati was a Dasher for that original FPHL Dashers team again from 2011 to 2016, again from 2018 to 2020. Parts of those seasons. He played a game as a celebrity player for the Dashers this season. Carolina getting a big forward back in Dawson Baker. 11 points in 16 games for Baker this season. He's been on the IR since early January. He last played on January the 4th, but he is back for the stretch run for the Carolina Thunderbirds. Rock Lobsters getting a couple guys back as well, as Riley Robertson comes off the IR, where he's been since near the beginning of this month. 5 points in 54 penalty minutes in 34 games this season for Robertson. Meanwhile, Troy Murray also coming back for the Lobsters. Played 25 games for them this year, but he's been with the South Carolina Stingrays in the ECHL since near the end of January. He's 9 points in 55 penalty minutes in 25 games this season. And so that's a lot of muscle coming back for the Lobsters as they get set for their first postseason run in franchise history. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scores here around the FPHL. And we start in Binghamton, where the Hat Tricks have a 2-1 lead on the Black Bears. Alexander Vasiliev and Chase Harwell, the goals for Danbury, and Dan Weber, the one for Binghamton. Meanwhile, Venom have a 1-0 lead on the Columbus River Dragons through 20 minutes of play down in Columbus. Clendenin Stewart, the only goal so far as they get set to begin period 2. Dashers and Wolves scoreless in period number 1. It's Parker Rutherford between the pipes for the Dashers and Elwha Bouchard for the Watertown Wolves. Keep on moving here as the Athens Rock Lobsters up 2-1 on the Zydeco. That one in period 2. Carolina up 2-1 on Blue Ridge in the second. And Mississippi and Monroe looking for the first goal. That game also in the second period. Of course, here it is 7-0 as we take a look at the stats from that opening 20 minutes. 19-6 the shots, 7-0 the goals. Prowlers 2 for 3 on the man advantage, and there are some penalties to sort out as we get set to begin period number 2. As some guys will be in the penalty boxes. Rockers have stepped out onto the ice, and it looks like the Prowlers getting set to follow them now out there. And a dominant 20 minutes from the Port Huron Prowlers. And we'll see if they can keep it up here in the middle 20, although that will be a tough performance to match or even get close to. I guess at this point, not so much about the goals, more about keeping up the effort. That's what the coaching staff wants to see. So we get to our PHP Network trivia question for this evening. Of course, Yoshihiro Kuriowa with the shutout last Saturday joined Valtteri Nusiainen as the second Prowlers netminder with a shutout this season. We want to know what was the last time the Prowlers had 2 or more goaltenders with a shutout in the same season. Put your guess in the comments section, and we will give you the correct answer coming up at the start of period number 3. Reed Cooper getting set in the goal crease down to our right. He stopped all 6 shots he faced in that opening 20 minutes. Not a very busy one for him. Much busier for the Motor City net-minding crew as Bryn Sommerfeld gets set in the goal to our left. He made 3 saves on 5 shots since coming in for Ricky Gonzalez at the 9.5 minute mark, or 10.5 minute mark, I should say, 10.5 minutes into the game. In that opening period after Gonzalez gave up the first 5 goals. Right now, Austin Federley and Braden Simmons-Fisher already with 3-point nights. Alex Johnson, Tyler Fox, 2 assists each. Drew Welsh, Dylan Marty with 2 goals apiece. Few other guys getting on the score sheet as well. It's 4-on-4 for the next 8 seconds, and then an abbreviated Prowlers power play for 52 seconds as the Hungry Howie's second period is underway. Now a Prowlers man advantage as Bussell hands it off for Millette, fresh out of the box. Millette drops it off. Lockhart for Johnson on the left wing. Weaves his way in. Off for Millette. Across, Lockhart takes a look. Johnson heading off for a change as Lockhart works down the half wall. Gets to the net, his shot. Stopped partially by Sommerfeld as he got a piece. Rockers clear, 20 seconds left in this brief Prowlers power play. Their 4th of the night. Adam Heinzel waves it for Oregon. Price across to Welsh, who had 2 in that first period. Drops it off, Oregon couldn't bring that one in cleanly. Here comes Sneath on a breakaway. Heinzel hustling back to greet him, and a save by Cooper as they try to get it across to Gullo, and then Sneath scores. As Gullo got it back in front, TJ Sneath breaks the shutout bid for Reed Cooper and gets the Rockers on the board early in period 2. TJ Sneath coming in with a 3-game point streak, all multi-point efforts. He's been red hot since coming off the IR. Gets his 17th goal of the season. And the best chance of the game for the Rockers turns into a goal. That is an even strength goal, as the power play had expired for the Prowlers before Sneath did score there.
Rockers goal, his 17th of the season by number 17.
Ryan Parsons around for Simmons-Fisher. 2 Rockers in deep on the forecheck. Parsons for Shirttrend. And on for Federley as Bussell joining him. Now we have a fight. It's Wells and Simmons-Fisher. A couple of big guys going at it. Simmons-Fisher firing that right hand. Wells trying to fire back at him. Now Simmons-Fisher with the left knocks Wells down to the ice. And Braden Simmons-Fisher heading to the box. That's the second player who's 6'6" or bigger that Braden Simmons-Fisher has fought this season. And he certainly won both of those fights. That one decisive against Tristan Wells. Wells trying to spark something for his team. And he ate a number of punches from Simmons-Fisher. Those 2 will head to the box. Looks like Wells, I believe, went off the ice. And that kerfuffle ended by Simmons-Fisher. Quick rights, and then he turned to the left hand. We'll continue play here with a face-off at center ice. 5 each for fighting. And if the Rockers got any kind of momentum from that early goal in this second period, Brain Simmons-Fisher may have just taken it right away.
Rockers penalty to number 57.
Here's Oaks.
Tristan Wells, 5 minutes for
His
fighting.
shot stopped by Cooper over to the far corner and came back on goal, and Cooper able to gather it in and cover up.
1 minute, 28 seconds of the second.
And the Rockers will get an offensive zone face-off here, and to my memory, I don't know if they had an offensive zone face-off the entirety of that opening period. I don't know if Reed Cooper saw a face-off down in his end in that first 20 minutes. This may be the first one of the game that he's seeing. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. One back by Motor City. Gavrilovic had his shot blocked by Millette. Trying to send it back to Gavrilovic. It came over the blue line. Rockers have to touch up. Organ across to Parsons. Millette able to get a touch on that one. Tecumseh works in across. Organ shot stopped by Sommerfeld, and he hangs on. Tim Organ bidding for his first pro goal. Bryn Sommerfeld able to get across. One-timer's tough on that side, on your strong side. But Organ still did get a good shot off there. Trine line out there right now for the Prowlers. As Fox is set to draw against Ronan. Fox wins it back. Heinzel takes a look, sends it down and around. Price and McGill Diaz canceled out. Here's Welsh around the cage, centering pass, and it just went through the crease and too far in front of Fox. I think Sommerfeld got a piece of it as well. Lockhart walks in, takes the shots, and that one off a stick, I believe. Don't think that got all the way through to Sommerfeld. Welsh tried to sweep it back in front. And settling it down now, no, unable to with the Rockers. Here's Price, a shot, knocked down by Sommerfeld. Heinzel back on net, that was blocked. Lockhart fanned on the drive. Out the other way comes Hall, as Oaks hustling to join him, floats it there, and Oaks pushed it wide. Pinballing puck ends up on the near half wall. Fresh off the bench, it's Ryder. He's knocked down to the ice as he tried to take that shot. Price tried to poke at it. There's McGill Diaz on the counter. Sent it in, and Cooper steered it to the corner. Ryder took a hit from Heinzel. Push to Chartrand, he starts up. 2-on-2, cross corner dump. Blaisdell and Bussell after it. Gave it right away to Chartrand, did Blaisdell. Now Bussell looking for that puck. Blaisdell gets to it. Up the boards. Checo couldn't sweep it in. Here's Johnson off from Marty. Got that one deep. Prowlers beginning a change here as Colton sends it up ice. Off of Checo's stick. And Chartrand back in. Has Marty going to the net. Spin, sent it that direction. That was cut off by Colton. Johnson up towards Millette. Enters the offensive zone. Looking for Tecumseh. That one popped up. Checo moves it around the near side. Gullo and Chartrand get there together. Comes around to Blaisdell. Trying to move it out. Lockhart kept it in. Makes a move. Tried to get back to the forehand and couldn't let it go. Checo floats it across for Sneak to skate into. Tried to chop it deep, couldn't do it. Tecumseh was surrounded. Parsons able to push it down. Ice Millette hustling to negate the icing. Millette couldn't send it out in front, had two Rockers on him. Lockney tried the Michigan. He just couldn't get it. And now Millette and Blaisdell battling in front. Those two tied up. Are they going to drop the mitts? Referee trying to get in between the linesmen at least. everybody separated here. Rockers trying to get physical here. Trying to get themselves back in this game, or at least get themselves a little bit of life, a little bit of energy. Blaisdell and Millette still having a chat. Referee giving the signal to the scorers table. See if we'll have 5-on-5 or 4-on-4 here. Less than 5 minutes gone here in the Hungry Howie's second period. Rockers had the only goal of the frame. They trail by 6. Looks like Motor City might be going to a power play here. Reggie Millette, the only 2 up on the board. So Motor City to its 3rd man advantage of the game. 0 for 2 so far. I think the Prowlers need to send somebody over to serve the 2 for Millette, as he may have also gotten a matching 2 with Blaisdell and Drew Welsh. I'll head over there and take a seat. Millette gets 2 for cross-checking and 2 for roughing. And I assume that Blaisdell will get the matching 2 for roughing here. Price to draw against Sneath. And Gullo sends it to the top. Rivers, Miguel Diaz, one-timer, and that whistled wide. Johnson got only as far as Miguel Diaz on the clearing attempt. Comes off the backboards. Hall, center, looking for Sneath. That was blocked by Johnson. Once again, Miguel Diaz able to keep Alex Johnson from clearing the zone. Miguel Diaz at the line. Across to Rivers. Gave it back. Able to walk that blue stripe. That pass goes awry and gets past Miguel Diaz, and he kept Price from getting after it. Prowlers will make a change here. 40 seconds gone on the Motor City power play. Fox with a steal. At the red line, he'll dump it in. Miguel Diaz to the right wing side. Gullo up for Checo as more Rockers stream off the bench. Lockhart sends this one around the wall. Tellstrom keeps it in at the line. Checo back pass in front, saved by Cooper as Brad Ryder was coming down the slot. 41 seconds left on this Motor City power play. Well, the rest of it for you when we come back here on the PHP Network.
Welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you?
Can I please get a big...
What I need from you is a chicken Big Mac.
A chicken Big Mac? That's not a Big Mac.
Actually, it is.
It's not
a Big Mac.
Chicken Big Mac?
2 chicken patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, and pickles on a sesame seed bun. Enjoy.
The chicken Big Mac.
It's not a Big Mac.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Live where you work where you play. Is your work commute making you miserable? Quit the commute. Explore hot jobs in St. Clair County paying $40,000 to $100,000 or more. Visit stclairhotjobs.com. Spend more time doing what you love. If you're not currently living in St. Clair County, or you know friends or family that moved away but are ready to come back, then visit stclairhotjobs.com to find a new job and make the move.
Seconds left on this Motor City power play. They have 2 shots on it so far. Prowlers still with a 6-goal lead. Is, I guess, not ready to start this face-off here. Finally, they allow the TV timeout to end. Bussell and Ryder take the draw for real this time. Colton walks the line. Tellstrom to Colton. Colton, one-timer blocked by Bussell, down on a knee, and Oregon clears. Prowlers leading by 6, still sacrificing the body to block shots. Headman feed is to Checo. Got it deep. Heinzel beat Tellstrom to it. Left it there. Marty wraps it all the way around. It's kept in. Colton for Ronan. Dropped it back off. Colton down deep. Ryder all the way across. And that one exploded off of Tellstrom's stick. Penalty is over. And Federley pokes it away. Here's Welsh for the hat trick. And he's stopped by Sommerfeld. Drew Welsh looking for the hat trick in his first pro game. Shut down there. Here's Federley working in. His shot kicked out by Bryn Sommerfeld. Checo tosses it in, heads off for a change. Alex Johnson the first one on it. Marty also has 2 in this game. Moved it on for Lockney. Back to the net. Trying to make a pass across. It's blocked by Rivers. He hustles up. Lockhart back to cut him off. Rivers on the backhand, stopped by Cooper. Gavrilovich trying to turn away. And Lockney able to poke it by the defense. Hustling after it. Has DeCumbis going to the net. Lockney in front. DeCumbis. And he couldn't get it to go on the backhand as he didn't get a good shot away. DeCumbis knocked his man down. And it's up to Lockhart at the point. Johnson takes a look. Back to Lockhart. Johnson once again. Just got it back down deep. Prowlers continue to work. Johnson throws on the brakes. Sends it to Lockhart. Try to go across. Lockney had the stick up for the one time, and that was broken up. Back comes Motor City. Rivers slips it through for Sneath. Has help in Gullo. Sneath to the net. That was poked away by Cooper. And now Port Huron a rush the other direction. Price dips the shoulder. All the way around. Takes a look. Whips it in front. Chartrand scores! What a pass from Bobby Price. Starting the rush. And Daniel Chartrand the recipient to make it 8 for Port Huron. After Reed Cooper and the Prowlers defense shut down a rush one direction, it was Price the other way, dropping the shoulder, going all the way around the net. And he picked up his head in time to find Chartrand for his 8th goal of the season and first one since coming back from the inactive list. Prowlers now 1 off their season high. 3rd time this year they've scored 8. Fox in deep. Bounced up high. Parsons got it back down low. Welsh taking in hard. Comes up to the point, slips out of the zone. Oregon had it poked away. Cooper all the way out of his net to keep it away from the oncoming Ronan. Fox working on Miguel Diaz. He'll go all the way around the cage. Head up as he works his way up to the blue line. Gave it to Parsons. Marty walks in, makes a move and a save by Sommerfeld. Marty tried a little shimmy shake there, tried to go along the ice. Sommerfeld able to keep Dylan Marty from his 3rd. And Parsons stands up Hall as he entered the Prowlers zone. Hall back with it. And he couldn't get a pass across. Penalty coming up against Port Huron though. Sommerfeld hustling to the bench for the extra attacker. Colton walks in, takes a look, is saved by Cooper. Rebound there, and Cooper got the glove on top. Some Coop chants from some of the Prowler faithful coming down from my left. Brian Parsons heads to the penalty box, and the 4th power play of the game here for Motor City. They're 0 for 3. They are exactly at the halfway point of this hockey game. Prowlers on pace for a 16-2 victory at this point. Well, the scoring certainly has slowed down here in the 2nd period. Just 1 goal apiece. As Parsons heads to the box for slashing. And the True Balance penalty kill right back out there. Blaisdell works it to Colton. Back for Blaisdell. And now Tellstrom. They continue to work it around the top. Rockers set up in a pentagon here on their power play. Colton to Blaisdell. Colton again, those two playing catch. Now they get Ryder involved in front. Looking for a tip from Checo. Checo again works it up high, and it got through Colton. That puck goes all the way down. Both teams make changes here as Colton left it behind his net, and he'll head to the bench. Miguel Diaz gets into the offensive zone, drops it off for Sneath. Hall spins. Try to make a pass across. Loose puck, it's Chartrand, short-handed, has Tecumseh with him. Chartrand to Tecumseh, and a save by Sommerfeld, stretching out that right pad. Well, Brent Sommerfeld has certainly done what he can against the Prowlers. Saints coming in relief of Ricky Gonzalez. Rivers for Ronan, hands it off. Gullo on his backhand, sets it across, and that one off the bar. Sneath had his back to the net, he thought he scored. It's tough to tell if you score if you can't see the goal. Rockers back in 3-on-1, Gullo shoots, and Cooper shuts the door. 18 seconds left on this Motor City power play. We'll have the rest of it for you when we come back here at Big Boy Arena.
See that? That's what 100% mozzarella looks like. What dough made daily looks like. What fresh ingredients and 8 irresistible flavored crusts on pizza cooked to perfection looks like. It's so much flavor, we don't even know if it's legal to have this much flavor. Now you can get that famous flavor for only $8.99. Wait, a large one-topping pizza for $8.99? That's a deal. It's a steal. No, it's a crime. Just $8.99 for a one-topping pizza full of our famous flavor. Now that's how we do a deal.
Hungry?
Howie's!
SMR Automotive Systems is part of the Motherson Group and a proud community sponsor of the Port Huron Prowlers. We are one of the largest manufacturers of rearview mirrors for passenger vehicles in the world, with local plants in Port Huron and Marysville. We strive to support our local communities and have positions available for various abilities and experience. Find out more about who we are at smr-automotive.com.
Back here at Big Boy Arena, 8-1 Prowlers. Still have 18 seconds left to kill on this penalty to Brian Parsons. We have a new feature here, and I meant to do it at the time, but I will do it now. The proper 12 shot of the night, and I'm going to give it to Drew Welsh's second goal. A beautiful shot from the slot. Proper 12 official shot of the Port Huron Prowlers, and again, going forward, I mean to do it at the time of the goal, but we'll get there. Eli Rivers works his way up the board. Hands off. Miguel Diaz down low looking for Gullo. That didn't work. Popped back over to the near side. Miguel Diaz just sent it wide. Penalty has expired. Puck popped up in the air, glove down, and it's moved out. Miguel Diaz did touch that puck, so no icing. Prowlers able to get fresh bodies on the ice. They'll have to hustle back. The lead pass to Gullo is off his stick. Gullo gets it down and around now. Lockney trying to send his line mates out. He has Federley with Millette going to the net. To Organ, and his stick lifted just at the last moment. Lockney behind the net, swept it out in front. Millette just didn't have his stick down, wasn't expecting that pass. Cooper swipes it, and Millette gloves it down. Organ with his head up. On for Lockney with Millette. Gave it off to him. Millette takes a look. His help was coming off the bench. Has to buy some more time before getting it to the point. Heinzel, D to D. Parsons walks in. His shot deflected. Bounced around. and Sommerfeld able to hang on. Fox and Rotundi were battling out in front.
We'd like to thank the Holiday Inn Express in Roseville, the official hotel of the Motor City
Everybody
Rockers,
separated.
Roseville's premier hotel.
Nobody doing anything to exacerbate that situation.
And make sure you head to the Italian American Cultural Society Banquet Center table above Section 7 to get some Italian sausage and pasta.
Fox will draw against Ronan here. Ronan won it back to his former Rock Lobsters teammate, now Rockers teammate Gavrilovich. Heinzel's drive stopped by Sommerfeld right along the ice. Poke back to Heinzel once again. Pass off for Fox. Couldn't slip through a check. Price centered. Welsh turnaround try kicked out by Sommerfeld. Popped in front. Price swung and missed. Welsh turnaround shot, and Sommerfeld got a piece of that. Trine line buzzing around like fruit flies on a rotten banana. Price fires. He scores! Bobby Price with his first pro goal. Second one on the line to get it tonight. And it's 9 for the Prowlers. So Bobby Price, who sits second in Trine history in games played, goals, and points. He had 38 goals in his 112 game Trine career, 93 points as well. He has his first goal as a pro to add to a couple of assists already here tonight.
Prowlers goal by number 29, Bobby Price. Assist number
So
26,
2 of the 4 Trine players with their first pro goals tonight. Prowlers have hit 9 for the second time this season, and Dylan Marty doing what he does best, flying in for a big hit on Checo. Ryder puts it back to Checo. That puck was bouncing, he couldn't make another pass. Popped up in the air, Shirtran tried to feed it across, got too far ahead of Marty. Rockers regroup. Colton looking for a 2-line pass to Ryder. He just whacks it in. Lockhart on for Millette. Had it in his skates, able to move it ahead. And comes back to Brett Lockhart in his own end. Now the Rockers take over off the missed pass. It's Diver. Beating one up. DeCumbus came in and threw a check. DeCumbus has the puck now on his backhand. Turns, finds Lockney, and he couldn't load it up. Rockers have a man behind everybody. It's Rivers. Catches up to it, and he scores. I wasn't sure if Eli Rivers was going to be able to catch all the way up to that puck. He did, just in front of Cooper, and he puts it home for the second Rockers goal of the game. Rivers with his team high 27th of the year and 52nd point. Cooper elected to stay in his crease with that puck ahead of Rivers. But the Rockers close the gap back to 7. Here's Price, down low. I think he was looking for a tip from Fox. Instead, ended up being a Sommerfeld save.
Assist number 17,
Heinzel keeps it in, claps it down low, stayed on the half wall, and McGill Diaz around for Diver. That one off a stick, flies into the Prowler bench, out of play. Bobby Price has his first pro goal tonight. The Prowlers have a 7-goal lead, late stages. Second period, we'll be back here from Big Boy Arena.
Explore the 140 miles of stunning shoreline along Lake Huron. That is Michigan's Thumb Coast. Discover charming coastal towns, serene beaches, and endless outdoor adventures. Stay at cozy hotels, paddle through pristine blue waters, and hit the fairways along breathtaking views. Plan your perfect getaway at bluewater.org.
Grab your friends and head to Bella Bola, a local pizza spot located in the heart of downtown Port Huron. Our menu is full of timeless favorites made fresh in our on-site pizza oven. Available for pickup or delivery. Just don't fight over the last slice.
You're watching the PHP Network, your home for Port Huron Prowlers hockey. 9-2 Prowlers with 4:13 left to go in the Hungry Howie's second period. Got a couple of first pro goals here tonight. Port Huron dominant. Although the last goal did come from the Rockers' Eli Rivers. Cooper pokes it away from Oaks and into the corner. Hall was trying to step by Heinzel. Now the puck locked up. 3 Prowlers and 2 Rockers in deep. TJ Sneath has snuck right next to Reed Cooper. Price taking a look at him, and Cooper able to glove the shot from the outside from Miguel Diaz. Interference call being signaled, and Adam Heinzel seems to be the one heading to the box here. The Rockers will go their 5th man advantage of the night. True Balance penalty kill getting some work here in this hockey game. Dylan Marty and TJ Sneath will take the draw. Marty wins it back. Johnson fires at the length of the ice.
2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty.
Sommerfeld leaves it off for Miguel Diaz.
And that penalty means it's another Continental Electric Products Motor City Rockers power
to the right wing side. Passes behind Gullo. He had to come back for it. Got it across to Sneath. Morgan right on him. Sneath cycled it deep. Rivers kept it moving. Gullo now walks out. His shot deflected a couple of times, and Cooper has it in the catching glove. Wasn't much velocity on it, but it did change direction off a couple of sticks. Reed Cooper able to track it and hang on.
For discounted haircut at one of the many Great Picks locations.
Shots in this period much closer than the first. 14-12 Prowlers. They're up 33-18 for the game in that category. Nick Gullo works up the boards. Run it down to the corner. Back to Gullo. Miguel Diaz takes a look. Gullo again. Checo lined up right in front of Cooper, trying to take away his eyes. Miguel Diaz one-timer. He scores! I don't think Reed Cooper ever saw that as Nick Miguel Diaz let it go from the top of the power play formation, and the Rockers have their 3rd of the night. For Miguel Diaz, his 4th of the season, first power play goal this year. And Motor City has its first power play goal this evening. Brian Persons having a chat with some guys on the Rockers bench, namely Eli Rivers, it looks like. Looks like everybody will be separated and get lined up. Water bottle came off the net on the shot by Miguel Diaz. Tim Morgan back to pick it up for Reed Cooper. Rivers and Gullo picking up the assist on the goal by Miguel Diaz. Parsons and Miguel Diaz having a conversation now, blue line to blue line. We'll see if that escalates. At least not for the moment. As Parsons for Fox.
Assist number 23.
And in comes Ronan. His shot missed on the short side. Paul played it off the back of the cage. He was knocked to the ice. Parsons tried to move it up. Miguel Diaz stepped into the loose puck. Off a stick over the glass, out of play with 2.5 to go in period 2. It's certainly a barn burner here in Fraser. Up to 12 total goals here. And now Rivers and Parsons getting back after it. Brian Parsons heading off the ice here, back to his bench. Looks like they'll send Heinzel back out along with Lockhart. That will be the defense pairing for the Prowlers for this draw. So the Rockers, down big, have decided to turn to their mouths to try and get themselves some momentum in the hockey game. Federley and Sneath step in for this face-off. Sneath won it back, Marty stepped to it. Marty able to get it over to Heinzel, and he'll fire his way up ice. Federley off for Bussell. Pass eluded him. He gets there with Rotundi. Gavrilovic keeps it moving up the near side boards. Rockers look to work it out, and they do. Out the missed pass. Bussell goes off the glass. He and Gavrilovic come together away from the puck, and a penalty coming up against Gavrilovic. Heinzel couldn't keep the line there. Cooper heading to the bench for the extra attacker on the delayed penalty call. And now they blow it dead. Looks like Jamie Bussell may have evened this one up. So slash on one end, interference on the other will all stack up to some four-side hockey with less than 2 to go in period 2. Looks like they'll put this face-off just outside of the Prowlers' end. Stick around for the Moses Roses smoke break second intermission. We'll chat about this game so far. So take a look at the Prowlers' upcoming schedule, out-of-town scores, and much more. So keep it locked in here on the PHP Network after the final buzzer. The Prowlers have Lockney, Millette, Lockhart, and Oregon out there against Hall, Oaks, Blaisdell, and Colton. And it looks like somebody's being thrown out from the Rockers bench. Not sure who it is, but referee Cody Lang went right over to the Motor City bench and told somebody to get out of here. Rockers faithful expressing their feelings. Not sure who it was on the Motor City bench that was asked to leave, but either way, we are back underway. We apologize for any profane gestures that may have come across the camera.
Prowlers, penalty number 46, Jamie Bussell, 2 minutes.
It's certainly not something that we would hope would happen at McMorran Place, but unfortunately, with the way camera has to be set up here, we do see a lot of the fans, and unfortunately, some of them making some inappropriate gestures in the direction of the men in stripes.
Until 9 p.m. Visit the winwithdash.com or find the code at the merch store to place your bid on your favorite player's jersey.
Millette and Hall on this face-off. And Millette wins it back. Oregon steps behind his own net and sets things up. Lockhart floats it through for Lockney, got a touch on it. And Blaisdell tried to bounce it out. Millette stepped in front of Oaks for that puck. It's loose. Lockney knocked to the ice. Almost took Hall's skates out from under him as Lockney slid. Lockney's back to the bench. Meanwhile, Hall dumped by Millette. And Hall getting in Millette's space over by the Prowler bench. They'll have to be separated. And it looks like they will be separated by the linesman. Reggie Millette is heading to the box here. Will be a Rockers power play, looks like 4-on-3. If you want to give Reggie Millette 2 for roughing, I can see that, but it looked like the signal was for boarding, but they were pretty far away from the boards. I'm not sure if boarding was the call there, but either way, it's 2 minutes. Not like exactly what the penalty is makes a difference, and actually his unsportsmanlike conduct, I didn't see the referee clearly from over here, so my mistake there. Prowlers only have 2 on the ice right now, and Alex Johnson trying to figure out who's allowed to come back out and be part of this penalty kill as the third. Yeah, it's a 4-on-3 man advantage for 1 minute and 7 seconds. That will leak into the third. And then it'll be a 5-on-4 man advantage for 53 seconds again if the Rockers don't score. Nick Gullo up to the point to Colton as Motor City sets up. Here's Rivers to Colton. He walks, hands off for Rivers. Takes a look as Johnson staring right at him. Sneath bounces it back up to Rivers. Colton, down low Gullo. Rivers had it go off his stick. Walks to the middle, drops off for Colton, takes a shot, and a glove save by Cooper with 22.6 left on the clock.
Crush Fitness, the official gym of the Motor City Rockers. Membership starting at just $9.99 a month.
Both teams will switch things up. Prowlers have Shertrand, Lockhart, and Heimsel on this PK. The Tellstrom, Hall, McGill Diaz, and Ronan for this draw. Of course, Ronan came over as part of that Avery Smith trade. He was not with the team yet when the Prowlers and Rockers matched up 2 weeks ago. Timur Gavrilovich, who was also part of the return for Avery Smith, was here. But Ronan now joined the club. He works in, throws on the brakes, sent it across the hall with 8 seconds to go. Back across, looking for McGill Diaz, batted at it, and it pops over top of the cage. 4.5 seconds left to go. Net was off its moorings here. That is the reason for the whistle. Once again, coming up on the Moses Roses smoke break. All kinds of great stuff for you. We'll talk about this game, out of town scores, upcoming schedule for the Prowlers. Keep it here on the PHP Network. Off this face-off, good play by Chartrand to chop it out of the zone. He'll run out of time for a short-handed rush. And after the Rockers win the second period, Prowlers still winning the game by 6. It's 9-3 through 40 minutes. Shots on goal in that middle period, even at 14 apiece. And Port Huron leading in that department 33-20 for the game. They have a season high 9 up on the board and 20 minutes still left to go here at McMorran Place. Be 10 seconds left of the 4-on-3 and then 53 seconds of 5-on-4 time for the Rockers when we come back, as Alex Johnson and Nick McGill Diaz having chats with the men in stripes before they head off to their respective dressing rooms. Teams will head off, get their orange slices or maybe papaya slices if you prefer that. And they'll chat about this first 40 minutes and try and figure out how to get through the final 20. Once again, coming up on the Moses Roses smoke break, second intermission report. We'll chat about this game so far, the good, the bad, the ugly. Had a little of all three here tonight. Also take a look at the Prowlers' upcoming schedule, out-of-town scores, and much more. It's all coming up here on the PHP Network. Oh, secure your seats for the Prowlers' next home game. That's tomorrow, March the 29th, when the Prowlers take on these same Motor City Rockers. Puck drop at McMorran Place is scheduled for 6:05 p.m. You get your tickets online at phprowlers.com/tickets, by phone at 810-985-6166, or by scanning the QR code on your screen now. That's online at phprowlers.com/tickets, by phone at 810-985-6166, or scan that QR code on your screen now to be part of the Prowlers' 10th anniversary season. You won't want to miss this one tomorrow night, a Casey's Kids Zone night, and you'll be able to skate with the team after the game, meet your favorite Prowlers, get some autographs, get some pictures. It's always a great night at McBourne Place, but again, you'll be able to hit the ice with the Prowlers after the game tomorrow night, and there will be lots for the kiddos to do as well throughout the night. So be sure to get your tickets. Again, get them now, skip the line at phprowlers.com/tickets. Prowlers up by 6, getting set for period number 3, but they'll talk about it first. We'll talk about it when we come back. Don't go anywhere here on the PHP Network. You're watching the PHP Network, your home for Port Huron Prowlers hockey.
It's time to wake up on the sunrise side of Michigan. Wake up to beautiful beaches. Wake up to vibrant urban landscapes. Wake up to unique eats. Wake up to charming coastal towns. Wake up to cozy entertainment. Wake up to Michigan's Thumb Coast. Plan your perfect wake-up call using bluewater.org.
Keep up with your Prowlers all season long on social media. Follow us on Facebook at the Port Huron Prowlers, Instagram at PH Prowlers, and Twitter at PH Prowlers. And you can find more information on our website, phprowlers.com.
We're on a mission to feed the future by helping farmers worldwide be more resilient, more productive, more sustainable for generations to come. Corteva Agriscience. Keep growing.
Grab your friends and head to Bella Bola, a local pizza spot located in the heart of downtown Port Huron. Our menu is full of timeless favorites made fresh in our on-site pizza oven. Available for pickup or delivery. Just don't fight over the last slice.
Seriously, not even that much better than you.
Should have just got a ticket from phprowlers.com.
I should have just bought tickets at phprowlers.com.
I should have just got a ticket at phprowlers.com.
I should have got a ticket at phprowlers.com.
They should have just got tickets
at phprowlers.com.
Experience the best of the Thumb Coast at the DoubleTree by Hilton Port Huron. Nestled on the shores of the St. Clair River, our waterfront hotel offers breathtaking views that will leave you in awe. Come dine at our on-site restaurant Freighters or relax by our indoor pool. The DoubleTree by Hilton Port Huron recently celebrated 10 years of service. To celebrate, we are offering 10% off your stay. Call and mention code Prowlers for a discount.
Back here at Big Boy Arena, Will Wiggleman, that Wiggle guy, as some people know me, with you on the PHP Network. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Prowlers having their way with the Rockers. They're up 9-3 through 40 minutes of play, and the penalties have started to arise here in period number 2 as The parade to the penalty box has ensued. Few guys will be in the box when we start period number 3 in just a few minutes. But the Prowlers got out in front early and often. A 7-goal first period, their most goals in a period this season by 2. They'd only scored 5 in any period earlier this year, and they got 7, the touchdown, the extra point. It was all good through 20 minutes. And now they're up to 9 goals, which ties a season high this year. And it's been all smiles over on the Prowler bench. And you have the new guys chipping in that Trine line up front. Tyler Fox has 3 assists. Bobby Price, his first pro goal and 2 helpers. And don't forget about Drew Welsh, who had his first 2 pro goals back in that first period. All getting in on the action here tonight. Rockers did battle back a little bit in that second period, getting 3 goals, outscored the Prowlers 3-2 actually in the middle 20. And they'll still have some power play time to work with when we start period 3. The Prowlers seem to be well on their way to their 8th straight victory here. And they continue a red-hot month of March. They are on a 10-game point streak coming into tonight's game. We'll likely move that to 11 straight games. And they will continue to secure their spot in 3rd place in the Empire Division and keep putting pressure on the Danbury Hat-Tricks, who have to stay sharp if they want to hang on to 2nd place and home ice advantage in the first round in the Empire Division. I'm laughing looking over at Brady Beaton, the Rockers broadcaster, who is not having a good time tonight. He'll apparently be at McMorran Place tomorrow. If you decide to tune into him, please also give me a shout and check me out here on the PHP Network, because we love to have you here, whether you're a Prowlers fan or a Rockers fan or a fan of any other team in the FPHL. We welcome you here on the PHP Network. We've already had our proper 12 shot of the game. Gave it to Drew Welsh's turnaround shot from the slot in that first period, one of his 2 goals. But the race for Gunther Graphics Player of the Game, which will be announced and selected by me and me alone. So if you have a problem with who I pick, bring it up with me. Gunther Graphics Player of the Game is a tight race right now. And again, that will be announced at the conclusion of this game during the post-game show here on the PHP Network, so don't go anywhere when this one is over. Prowlers still with some things to work on, certainly, as we take a look at the stats. The Rockers have been able to score a couple of power play goals. They're 2 for 5 right now on the man advantage. They're on their 6th power play when we begin period number 3. Prowlers have gotten a couple of power play goals of their own. Both of those came back in the first period. But that's scored 9-3. It's jarring, really, to be honest. It's a jarring scoreline, and really a tough one to swallow for the Motor City Rockers, who I believe I said it earlier on this game. They are getting run out of their own building at the moment, and they seem to have absolutely no answers for the Port Huron Prowlers. We will see what the final 20 minutes of play brings. And we'll see if the Prowlers can find goal number 10. For the first time this season, we have not seen double digits for the Prowlers yet this year. Will we see it here tonight? Stick around to find out. And we will have much more on the intermission report coming up next here on the PHP Network.
Experience the best of the Thumb Coast at the DoubleTree by Hilton Port Huron. Nestled on the shores of the St. Clair River, our waterfront hotel offers breathtaking views that will leave you in awe. Come dine at our on-site restaurant Freighters or relax by our indoor pool. The DoubleTree by Hilton Port Huron recently celebrated 10 years of service. To celebrate, we are offering 10% off your stay. Call and mention code Prowlers for a discount.
Hi, welcome.
I'm just checking in, and I have a service animal.
Service animal?
Do you have anything on the ground floor so I can let him out at night?
We're on a mission to feed the future by helping farmers worldwide be more resilient, more productive, more sustainable for generations to come. Corteva Agriscience. Keep growing.
Keep up with your Prowlers all season long on social media. Follow us on Facebook at the Port Huron Prowlers, Instagram at PH Prowlers, and Twitter at PH Prowlers. And you can find more information on our website, phprowlers.com.
It's time to wake up on the sunrise side of Michigan. Wake up to beautiful beaches. Wake up to vibrant urban landscapes. Wake up to unique eats. Wake up to charming coastal towns. Wake up to cozy entertainment. Wake up to Michigan's Thumb Coast. Plan your perfect wake-up call using bluewater.org.
Back here in Fraser, 9-3 Prowlers. And if the Rockers were looking at this game on a 3-game win streak and thought they might be able to get a win, well, they've been catfished by the Port Huron Prowlers, who have a 6-goal lead heading into period number 3. Will Wiggleman here with you on the PHP Network. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. And before we get back to this game, take a look around the FPHL. We will take a look around the FPHL. First, we take a look ahead for the Port Huron Prowlers, their upcoming schedule. These Rockers will be invading McMorran Place tomorrow night, 6:05 p.m. Casey's Kids Zone night and all the fun stuff that comes with that, including a post-game skate with the fans. So hit the ice with your favorite Prowlers, get autographs, pictures, all that fun stuff. Also great things for the kids to do throughout the game. So be sure to come out tomorrow night to McMorran Place, and the Prowlers hit the road for the final road trip of the regular season. They begin the month of April, take on the Carolina Thunderbirds, 7:35 and 6:05 p.m. starts from Winston-Salem. Both of those games will be here on the PHP Network. And I know Prowlers going to Winston-Salem in April is scary stuff for some fans, but don't worry, season is not on the line this time. Let's take a look around the FPHL. Out-of-town scores, we have one game that has gone final. In Binghamton, the Black Bears come back to defeat the Danbury Hat-Tricks 6-3. It was a 2-1 game for Danbury at one point. But then the Black Bears scored the next 6 goals. Austin Thompson had 2, CJ Stubbs a goal and an assist. Johnny Ruiz a goal and a helper for the Hat-Tricks. Binghamton doubles up Danbury, which means the Prowlers have a chance to get closer to the Hat-Tricks for second place in the Empire Division. Venom up 3-1 on the Columbus River Dragons, and the Venom have a chance to get closer to the Rockers for that final play-in spot, something we didn't think would really be something they'd be able to do after they got swept by the Rockers and went 0-5 in their 5-5 last weekend. But here they are. Clendenon Stewart has 2, Trey Fisher the other for the Venom. Austin Doe the only goal for the Dragons. Dashers had a 3-0 lead on the Wolves. It's now 3-2. TJ Prexler scored twice, and Nathan Malott got the scoring started for the Dashers. Trevor Graspy and Andrew Whalen has scored to respond for Watertown. Those goals for the Wolves coming in less than 2 minutes apart. They're still in the second period, and it's a 1-goal game now. 2-goal game in Athens between the Lobsters and the Baton Rouge Zydeco. 4-2 in favor of Athens. Philip Virgili, Daniil Glukariev, Michael Greco, and Malik Johnson with the goals for the Lobsters. Tyler Larwood and Elijah Wilson had the tallies for Baton Rouge. They are midway through period 3. early third in Wytheville, Virginia. It's the Cats who have the last 3 goals. They're up 4-2 on the Carolina Thunderbirds. Milan Bresco, his first pro goal in his pro debut. One for Blue Ridge, Michael Mercurio, Hunter Godmere, and Josh Slegers. With the others for the Cats, Peter Panacek and Zach White, the goals for the Birds. Finally, it's Monroe with a 2-1 lead on Mississippi in the second period. Seth Bacon and Rex Moe have goals that sandwich one from Dalton Anderson, who finally ends a lengthy scoreless drought. But the Mocs with the 1-goal lead. Again, they are playing right now in the second. Of course, here, it's 9-3, getting set for the start of period 3. Before we get there, in case you missed it, take one quick look at the game stats so far before we drop the puck here. Prowlers up on shots 33-20, and both teams with a couple of power play goals. Take one last look at our PHP Network trivia question. And of course, with Yoshi getting the shutout on Saturday, being the second Prowlers goaltender this season with a shutout, we wanted to know the last time Prowlers had 2 or more goaltenders with a shutout in the same season. And the correct answer, 2019-20, Chris Paulin and Corey Simons with shutouts. Paulin had 2, Simons had 1. And that was the last time, and that was a pretty good goaltending duo. Of course, Chris Paulin behind the bench right now for the Port Huron Prowlers as an assistant coach. His team has had their way here tonight. Reed Cooper, his goaltender, down in the goal crease, 2 hour left, 17 saves on 20 Rockers shots. Bryn Sommerfeld, again, he came in relief after the 5th Prowlers goal in period 1. 15 saves on 19 shots in his time in relief. The 4-on-3 Rockers power play for the first 10 seconds of this third frame, and then a 5-on-4 man advantage for the next 53 seconds. Prowlers send out Chartrand, Lockhart, and Johnson to start. It's Sneath, Gullo, Rivers, and Colton. Pardon me, Gullo stepping off the ice, McGill Diaz taking his place. To begin the Scholes Family McDonald's third period here tonight, and we are underway. The final 20 minutes of regulation. And boy, this better be the final 20 minutes of this hockey game, or else something went terribly wrong for the visitors. Both teams back at full, pardon me, Rockers at full strength. Prowlers now with 4 on the ice. It's a 5-on-4 man advantage. Bussell in the penalty killing position right now. Here's Rivers with a nice move. Couldn't get a shot away though. Johnson picks Sneak's pocket, and it's sent all the way down on Sommerfeld. McGill Diaz on for Gullo, flying up the left wing side. Gullo around the cage, tried to make a pass. It was out of Rivers' reach, and that's as good as a Prowler clear, and should take care of the rest of this Motor City man advantage. Millette out of the box, back to even strength. Ronan lost the handles, he tried to make a move, got it back, and he sent it deep. Checo surrounded, got it up to the point. Diver sent it through, that was blocked, and Tecumseh starts the engines the other direction. Fox throws on the brakes to Millette, works over to the corner, or to the half wall, tried to go back to Fox, that was knocked away. Organ turns, tried to float it towards Millette, came back to him as it hit a rocker. Organ skates with it this time. That pass knocked down. Fox skates into the loose puck. Taken off his stick. Tillstrom fires it around. Motor City making changes here. We approach 2 minutes gone in period 3. Price pokes it into the offensive zone. Sneath Around to the near side, Rivers collected it there, sent it out to the middle of the ice. Colton able to keep Price from stealing it away. Blaisdell, long lead pass. Rotundi heading after it. Trying to make a pass out in front, and Johnson got his stick down to block it. They get Price at the Rocker blue line. Back pass, Lockney on the backhand, save. Sommerfeld rebound was there, and sent all the way down. That will be an icing against Motor City, as Bryn Sommerfeld had to come up with a good save there on Lucas Lockney.
Hey fans, if you placed a bid on the special hometown hero jersey that players are wearing tonight, please check to see if you won. Winning bidders
Draw will be to Sommerfeld's left. Prowlers sending out Bussell, Chartrand, and Marty. Off the draw, Sneath won it back. Blaisdell, rink wide feed to Rotundi. Sent it into the Prowlers zone, but from his own side of center, and that's another icing. Looks like Austin Federley getting some shifts at defense here. He was at D alongside Adam Heinzel. Now Tim Morgan steps off the bench to join him. Federley, of course, has been known to play defense at points in his career. And off the face-off, he grabs it. Wrists it through, deflected, and just slipped past the post. Bussell cycles it down deep for Marty. Trying to turn the corner, and it knocked off his stick. Bussell stick handles and recollects below the goal line. Oregon kept it in for a moment. Colton able to get it out. Federley settles things down in his own end. Oregon off for Marty. Works his way in. Drop off for Chartrand. Rimmed around to the far side. Heinzel fresh off the bench. Pinches in to keep it alive. Chartrand to the top. Parsons over to Heinzel. Winds, pass down to Millette. Now it's Parsons again. Bounce to Lockney. Millette trying to work his way up the wall. Got through some checks. Still with the puck. Floats it over to Heinzel. Lockney for Parsons at center point. Try to wrist it through. That hit Rivers. He was able to block it and flies up out of play over the protective netting. Or over the glass into the protective netting, pardon me. 16-11 left to go in the Shoals Family McDonald's third period. And the Prowlers send the Trine line out for this offensive zone face-off. Bobby Price will take this face-off against Nick Gullo. Gullo won it back. Sent off the glass, kept in by kneeling Johnson. Fox sends it deep for Price. He overskated it. Welsh first out behind the cage. Drops it off for Johnson. Now Price in front. Welsh just pushed it wide. Welsh in front looking for Price. Sommerfeld gathers it in and hangs on. Price was swinging at that puck, and he draws the crowd. Fox in there as well. And Oakes puts an arm around the rookie. Everybody will be separated here. Another face-off deep in Motor City territory. 9-3 the score. Early stages of the third. Oregon and Federley back out there on defense. Jamie Bussell's line back out there up front. Comes to the middle, Chartrand in front, Marty stop, rebound, score! Jamie Bussell gets in on the action. Now there's action in the crease as Chartrand was tied up with a rocker and he fell over Sommerfeld. But the Prowlers have gotten to 10. more shouting going on here. Finally, the Prowlers will go down the line, celebrate the goal by Bussell. Hopefully we can get the graphic back up here, but I have not seen 10 goals yet this season, so I have to adjust it a little bit.
Prowlers goal by number 46.
Play continues here.
Try
continue to adjust the score here. 10 goals for the Prowlers, a season high. Cooper makes the save here. And Jamie Bussell picks up his 12th goal of the year. That's the first shot of the period for Motor City. I think I've gotten the score pretty much where I want it. It's at least where it's going to stay for the rest of this game. (10-3). Prowlers with the lead. Johnson rims it around. Lockney able to chop it out. Millette hands it off for Decumbus flying in. He ties up with Ronan, and then Millette comes in and throws a check. Rockers don't like that. Everybody we separate. Tellstrom taken down to the ice, looking for a penalty that he won't get. Now Johnson over to Lockney. The Prowlers look to control possession. Lockney across. That was knocked down. Johnson getting back to it. Behind the net, tied up with Tellstrom. Millette up the near side boards. Lockhart pinches in. He took a check from Checo. Now Lockney back to the point. Johnson, back pass Lockhart, unloads, and a save by Sommerfeld. I think Lockhart was looking for a stick in front, couldn't find a tip. And Motor City comes out, Checo dumps it in. And both sides will get some changes. Things got a little feisty on that shift there. Adam Heinzel settles things down. Prowlers up 6-1 on shots in this third period. Parsons on for Welsh. Opens up. Harassed by Colton, he got it deep. Blaisdell moved it up in Rivers' direction. Price right in on him, caused the turnover. Parsons sent it through off the backboards. Heinzel catches up to it on the other side. The puck just does escape the zone. Parsons claps it right back around as Port Huron looking to get some fresh bodies on the ice. Rotundi couldn't reach out for that loose puck. Bussell for Federley. Tossed in over top of Sommerfeld. Oregon first on it. Tried to center. That was knocked away. Oregon again in front. Chartrand stopped by Sommerfeld. He gets back to it and hangs on. And once again, Chartrand falling over. Bryn Sommerfeld, who gives Chartrand a shot. Meanwhile, Bussell tied up with Blaisdell. And now Rivers comes in to get his licks on Daniel Chartrand. They'll separate everybody, head them back to their own benches, or at least their own sides, and we'll take a break here from Big Boy Arena.
At Hungry Howie's, we have a flavor philosophy. It's that you deserve to mix and match the most delicious flavor you've ever had with even more of the most delicious flavor you've ever had. But how can you mix and match the most delicious flavor twice at the same time? Well, we're not in the business of logic. We're in the business of blowing your flavor-loving mind with flavor upon flavor. Philosophize on that. Get any 2 items on the mix and match menu, including the 2-topping flatbread pizza for $6.99 each.
Hungry?
Howie's!
Take care of all your financial needs at Flagship Credit Union, official partner of the Port Huron Prowlers. Serving St. Clair County since 1959 and now serving Sanilac and Huron counties. Flagship Credit Union is big enough to meet all your financial needs and small enough to know how to best serve you. They can help you open a checking account or find a low-interest loan that works for you. Find them at 3910 Lapeer Road, Port Huron, Michigan, or give them a call at 810-982-8575.
Back here at Big Boy Arena, they're trying to give me a Rockers t-shirt. I wouldn't even wear that to take out the garbage, to be honest. Prowlers have taken out the garbage pretty well tonight, up 10-3. Looks like they'll be short-handed, though, here as Daniel Chartrand gets the only penalty for roughing. He sits in the box, and the True Balance penalty kill revs up for the 7th time in this game. Rockers 2 for 6 on the man advantage so far. Cumbus and Snape in on this face-off. And off the draw, it's pushed back to the point. Motor City sets up. Gullo walks in, got it down low. Hall, one-touch pass, and Cooper able to shut down a shot from Snape. Heinzel and Hall getting mixed up right at the top of the crease. They'll all be separated. We'll get another face-off. The Cooper's left. Before I hear any complaining about that chirp towards the Rockers, go check the Rockers Facebook page. And they came right after me this week. But you know what? If you come at that wiggle guy, you best not miss. Gullo. Over to Rivers, left wing side, and a glove save by Reed Cooper. Second shot for the Rockers on this power play. It's 26 seconds old. Prowlers will get some fresh killers out there. Sneath and Bussell on this face-off. We'll try again here. False drop. And now they get the puck down. Miguel Diaz off for Rivers. Loose stick picked up by Sneath, belonged to him. Meanwhile, Gullo down behind the net to Hall. Tried to send it out in front, came all the way to the top. Rivers takes a look. Toe drag shot, knocked down, and Cooper able to find the rebound and corral it. The Rockers certainly getting some pressure here on this power play, keeping it deep in the Prowlers' end. And a third set of Port Huron penalty killers will try and get the first clear of this PK. This time it will be Ronan and Marty on the face-off. Tied up along the half wall, pushed to the point. Blaisdell across, Colton tried to send it through. That was blocked by DeCumbus, and it ends up out of play over the protective netting. We are a tick away from getting to the halfway point of this Rockers power play. Again, the Prowlers have not yet cleared the zone on this Motor City man advantage. And we have yet another face-off here. Colton over to Blaisdell. Walks down the wall, back up top to Colton. Sent down deep to Tellstrom. Tellstrom working out of the corner. Around behind the net. Quick shot by Ronan. That was blocked by Marty. Blaisdell try to spin it down low. Loose puck behind the net. Grabbed by Parsons. And finally floats it all the way down. Under 30 seconds left in this Motor City power play. Miguel Diaz had that pass behind him, and he's able to get it up to Colton. Drops it off for Ronan. Back towards Colton. He couldn't bring it in. Oregon claps at it, hits some bodies, and Johnson able to find it, send it all the way down. That will take care of the rest of this Motor City power play. So we stay 10-3 Prowlers. 11:22 left to go in this one. Now, of course, tomorrow night it will begin 0-0. Well, Rockers, who have played the Prowlers even since that 7-goal, first period for the Prowlers. We'll have a chance to maybe get on the board first, maybe keep it close for longer than 9 minutes. Miguel Diaz works his way up ice. Able to get in and shot it right in on Cooper. He gloves it down for a whistle and a face-off. And now Lockney and Hall giving each other a couple of extra shoves next to the side of the post. Shot 7-5 in this period so far in favor of the Prowlers. 40-25 for Port Huron for the game. Draw will be to Cooper's left. And Bussell looking to slide in to take it, but Prowlers took too long to get ready, so Lockney will get the draw instead. They'll work against Gullo. Lockney wins it back. Adam Heinzel rims it around towards Millette. Popped high up in the air. Tied up along the boards, and it comes around for Parsons. He hands off for Heinzel. So he was stapled to the glass. One slipped past Diver all the way down. Millette beats everybody to that puck from across the ice. Reggie Millette showing off the wheels. Rockers have control now as McGill Diaz hassled by Lockney. Try to send a pass up. Taken back by the Prowlers, it's Heinzel. Lockney walking the red line. Backhands it in, glove down by Blaisdell. McGill Diaz back over. Blaisdell fires it out. Federley plays it with his glove, now with his stick. 2 Rockers on him. Oregon able to back him up. On for Marty, kicked off his skate. He has to head back after it. Gavrilovic knocks it out of the Motor City zone. Oregon leading the rush, drops it off. Marty, his shot off a stick. That flies over the protective netting onto the concourse. Out of play. Take a timeout. Past the midway point of period 3, the Prowlers have double digits here at Big Boy Arena.
EDA, providing local business support for over 70 years and helping to boost our region's workforce, retain and attract talent, working to grow the local economy and the flow of money into our community to help businesses be profitable and successful. Focused on improving the region's economic strength and quality of life for residents. To learn more about the EDA of St. Clair County, visit edascc.com.
Explore 140 miles of stunning shoreline along Lake Huron in Michigan's Thumb Coast. Begin your adventure on a blanket of golden sand at one of our serene beaches. Connect with the historic atmosphere of our region's nautical influence and reconnect with friends under a blanket of stars. Plan your perfect getaway at bluewater.org.
9:28 left to go in regulation. Prowlers with a 10-3 lead here at Big Boy Arena. The Trine line out there right now. Bobby Price and Drew Welsh have gotten their first pro goals tonight. Maybe Tyler Fox is next. Puck comes over to Brett Lockhart. He steps into a wrister that Sommerfeld is able to hang on to. This line has been buzzing around, as have all the Prowler lines. But certainly the spotlight was on these 3 guys. Playing in their first pro game. Of course, Tim Organ also in his first pro game. A 4 from Trine. They're going to be the focus of this game. Bit of an evaluation for the Port Huron coaching staff. See how these guys did in live game action. Certainly have done pretty well so far. Here's Fox to Welsh, the one-timer, hit the post. Looking for the hat trick. Price down deep. Welsh tried a return pass, came back to him. Moved along. Fox couldn't get all the way to the point. Lockhart sends it right back in on Sommerfeld. Prowlers get a wholesale change. Gavrilovich two-line pass. Tipped in by Rotundi, and he'll head off to the bench. Ryan Parsons steps out. Floated across. Checo has two Prowlers on him. Couldn't make the pass cleanly to Ronan. Miguel Diaz will chop it deep. Heinzel, reverse for Millette. And now Parsons hangs out behind his own net. Prowlers in no hurry. Now Parsons steps out. Hustling up, tried to give it to Millette. That was blocked by Checo, and Parsons ran into Checo. Keep the puck moving ahead for the Prowlers. Miguel Diaz takes a look. Pass to Tellstrom didn't connect, and that will go all the way down for an icing against the Motor City Rockers. Dylan Marty's line back out there now. Again, those two guys, Marty and Welsh, both scored 2 in the opening 20 minutes, and both of them still looking for the hat trick goal. Bussell wins it back. Federley walks, floats it through, and a save by Sommerfeld. They'll scoop it up for a whistle and a face-off. Draw will be to Sommerfeld's left. Between Bussell and Ronan here. Bussell wins it back. Organ takes a look, backpedals, and goes to Marty. He turns, he fires, knocked down by Sommerfeld, rebound available, ends up in the corner. Checo takes a hit, and Marty throws his shoulder into Checo as well. First hit was from Bussell. Miguel Diaz on for Checo, he tips it in right on Cooper. Leaves it behind the net for Organ to skate into. Tim Organ makes a move, has some space, works in to the outside, and the puck just disagreed with him as he wanted to make a play on it. Fox on the backhand, and a save by Sommerfeld. Tyler Fox made that one happen for himself with a steal. Fox with another steal, gets back in. On his backhand, tried to center. That was knocked back. Diver. Pass out for Hall. Floated it just past the net. Diver. Tried to get it deep. That one off a Prowler's stick. Diver again sent it down low. Johnson knocked it away as there were two Rockers heading towards the front of the net along with that puck. Diver now, tipped in by Oakes, and Lockhart regroups. Johnson up to Millette, fresh off the bench, has Lockney with him, gives it there. Lockney to Decumbis, back for Lockney around behind the net. Swept to Millette, his shot just past the far post. Sommerfeld touches to keep on the cage. Here's Decumbis trying to come out in front. Sommerfeld got that one with the paddle. Long lead pass, eludes everybody. And another icing against Motor City here with 5:41 up on the big board. And now Parsons and Rotundi having some words behind the play. And they'll be separated. And now Rotundi gives a cross-check over to Reggie Millette, and Millette giving him some words right back. Maybe a little fake, like pretending that hurt. A bit of a mocking manner. Either way, Rotundi's still out on the ice. And he's poking at Millette. They line up next to each other. Worked over to Federley. Sent off the far corner boards. Decumbis races after it. Sent it down and around. Lockney behind the net. Looking for it in his skates. Taken into the boards by Blaisdell. Kicked out in front. Loose puck. Sommerfeld trying to cover, and finally he does. And now Millette and Diver getting into it. Millette tackles Diver down to the ice. And Millette still with more for Mac Diver. Reggie Millette has to be careful here as the linesman involved. Millette does not like something Diver said or did. Linesman finally able to peel them apart, and now Rotundi gave Lockney another cross check. Tecumseh comes in to stand up for Lucas Lockney. Looks like Reggie Millette's night is over. Meanwhile, Rotundi is going to be escorted over to the penalty box. Well, that will be a separate penalty from Reggie Millette. Mac Divers heading back to the Motor City bench. And we'll see how this all shakes out. Boy, it's just the times when you're just ready to go home that these things take longer. A 7-goal hockey game that's really been over since the first period. Again, Rockers have played even, at least on the scoreboard, since that first period expired, but can't erase those 7 goals off the board. Austin Federley and Nick McGill-Diaz representing their teams over at the referee circle here. Nothing has come down yet on my penalty sheet, and nothing has yet gone up on the big board here at Big Boy Arena. Motor City Rockers, who have 9 wins at home this season in 27 games. And if one more home game, it will be against the Prowlers on the final day of the FPHL regular season. And on April the 12th. It's like Austin Federley signaling 5-on-4, and it will be another man advantage for the Motor City Rockers here. Lucas Lockney will head in to serve. 8th power play for the Rockers of the game, a 2 for 7. Again, nothing has come down yet on my penalty sheet. I'll let you know when the calls finally do. Maybe a double minor here. They have 4 minutes up on the board. So off this face off, one back to McGill-Diaz.
2 minutes for roughing.
McGill-Diaz has it again.
Number 38,
Rivers over
2
to
minutes for
Sneak.
cross-checking. 4 minutes for roughing.
Timer by McGill-Diaz, blocked by Shirttrand. He turns and fires it down ice.
14:37, third period.
So I'm not sure why there are 4 minutes. I thought I only heard 2 penalties plus the game misconduct for Reggie Millette announced. We'll see if the time gets corrected or if I'm incorrect. Again, I'll let you know as soon as the penalties actually come down on my sheet here. Gullo in front, save, Cooper on TJ sneaking down to the crease. 4:37 left in this one. Prowlers up by 7 there at Big Boy Arena.
SMR Automotive Systems is part of the Motherson Group and a proud community sponsor of the Port Huron Prowlers. We are one of the largest manufacturers of rearview mirrors for passenger vehicles in the world, with local plants in Port Huron and Marysville. We strive to support our local communities and have positions available for various abilities and experience. Find out more about who we are at smr-automotive.com.
Welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you?
Can I please get a big...
What I need from you is a chicken Big Mac.
A chicken Big Mac? That's not a Big Mac.
Actually, it is.
It's not...
A Big Mac.
chicken Big Mac?
Two chicken patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, and pickles on a sesame seed bun. Enjoy.
The chicken Big Mac.
It's not a Big Mac.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We invite you to tune into our next broadcast tomorrow, Saturday, March the 29th, when the Prowlers host these same Motor City Rockers. Puck drop scheduled for 6:05 p.m. Pre-game show starts at 5:50. It's all right here on the PHP Network. Of course, if you can make it out to McMorran Place, be sure to do so. Should be a great game. Well, Reggie Millette picked up 2 separate roughing minors and a cross-checking penalty. Ryan Rotundi got 2 for roughing, but that's why there are 4 minutes up on the board here at Big Boy Arena as I finally see them all come down. Millette also 10-minute misconduct for continuing an altercation. His night is over. This one clapped around, took a funny hop, and ended up in the middle of the ice. Miguel Diaz back in his own end. Starts to wheel up ice. Gets into the Prowlers zone, rims it all the way around. Comes to the point. Lockhart able to poke it away from McGill Diaz, who was able to get the glove up on Lockhart's clear. And Lockhart staples Gullo to the boards. Centering pass was knocked back. Sneath for Gullo. On for McGill Diaz. Center point. Gullo takes a look, sent it down low. That changed direction, didn't get all the way through to Cooper. And Price able to send it all the way down. 10 seconds left on the first minor penalty the Prowlers have to kill. As Blaisdell throws on the brakes, gave it right away to Schertrand. Floated it right off of Blaisdell. DeCumbus is kicking at that puck. And Colton recollects, up for Ronan. Turns back. Blaisdell. And now Oakes enters the Prowler zone. Federally with the active stick, trying to swipe it off of Oakes' tape. This one sent all the way down. Sommerfeld out to the corner to play it with Marty, the first one chasing after that puck. Minute 25 left on this Motor City man advantage. The Prowlers have killed the first minor penalty, now working on the second. Oregon closed off. Oakes sends it down deep. Tellstrom down behind the net. Ronan left it for Oakes. And now up high. McGill Diaz down low off a stick. Oakes and Bussell come together, and Bussell wins that battle. Send it all the way down. 53 seconds of power play time remaining for the Motor City Rockers. They have 1 shot so far on what was a 4-minute man advantage. Now down to 41 seconds. Gullo. He's shut off, and Heinzel claps it around. Price trying to move up short-handed and just slipped it out of the zone. Sent back in, and icing called against the Motor City Rockers. And one of those great hockey sins, icing the puck on the power play, committed here by Motor City. And that's probably just a great representation of how this night has gone for the Motor City Rockers. Offensive zone face-off, short-handed for the Prowlers. 25 seconds left until that penalty is over. Alex jumps in, tosses it deep. Colton, long lead pass, finds Checo. Throws on the brakes, fed it across. Gullo tried to slip it in front and off of Federley's stick. And now a high stick has been signaled, but I believe of the knocking the puck down variety, so no penalty. It was the Rockers who knocked it down with a high stick. So we got a face-off outside of Prowler territory, and that will take care of the final 4 seconds of this Motor City power play. Morgan Sneath lining up for this face-off. Sneath pushed it over to the near side. Gullo enters the Prowler zone. Back to even strength. Port Huron looks to move it out. But it's Blaisdell floating it for Checo. Diver regroups. Blaisdell to Sneath. Backhand toss into Port Huron territory, and Parsons up to Heinzel. And tipped in by Lockney as we hit the final minute of play in this one. Mercifully, if you are a fan of the home side. Lockney tried to center. Marty was right there. Morgan pinches in. Gets that puck. Tim Morgan flying around. Gets back to the point. Fed it across. Heinzel walks in a drive, and that one just goes wide. Sommerfeld may have gotten a piece of it. Oregon off the boards. Hall skates into it on the outside. Didn't get much on that shot. I think Fox got his stick in the way. Slipped up towards Lockney. Wasn't ready for it. Got through him. Fox and McGill Diaz come together. Gavrilovich puts it around this way with 12. One last rush for the Rockers. But Hall's pass out of Tellstrom's reach. Cooper comes out to play it. And a dominant victory for the Port Huron Prowlers. They hit double digits for the first time this season. 10-3 the final. Their 9th win over Motor City this year. Prowlers moved to 29, 16, and 6. Increased their win streak to 8 straight games. And now with 84 points. And they now draw closer to the Danbury Hat-Tricks for second place in the Empire Division. Meanwhile, the Rockers drop to 17, 30, and 3. Their 3-game win streak comes to a close. They still sit with 49 points, and they'll have to do some scoreboard watching to see if the Venom may have been able to draw closer to them for their final spot in the Empire Division playoffs. Once again, we want you to tune in. If you have to dip out now, our next broadcast, that will be Saturday, March the 29th. That's tomorrow, by the way. 6:05 p.m. puck drop and a 5:50 pregame. It's all right here on the PHP Network. Postgame show is next.
Seriously, not even that much better than you.
Should've just got a ticket from phprowlers.com.
I should have just bought tickets at phprowlers.com.
I should have just got a ticket at phprowlers.com.
I should have got a ticket at phprowlers.com.
They should have just got tickets
at phprowlers.com.
Back here at Big Boy Arena. Yeah, the score looks lopsided, not only because it's 10-3, but because my graphics were not built for double-digit score lines. But here we are, the Prowlers put 10 on the board for the first time this season. They win big here tonight over the Motor City Rockers. Time now to go through this game goal by goal. And the Prowlers, as they've done a lot recently, got off to a quick start. Dylan Marty, 59 seconds in, got the scoring started. It was 1-0 Prowlers. And goals were the theme of that first period, at least for Port Huron. Braden Simmons Fisher deflected home, and Austin Federley shot 20 seconds later. Brian Parsons found Marty on the back door. It was 3-0. It's over 7 minutes in. Couple minutes, about a minute and a half after, 2.5 minutes, pardon me, after that, Federle got one of his own jamming away at the crease. And then 45 seconds after that, Drew Welsh with his first pro goal made it a 5-0 Prowler lead, and that was it for Ricky Gonzalez tonight, as he was relieved by Bryn Sommerfeld the rest of the way. That didn't stop the Prowlers from scoring, though. About 2 minutes and 16 seconds later, Welsh with his second of the night. That was our proper 12 shot of the night. Proper 12, the official shot of the Port Huron Prowlers. And that made it 6-0 at that point. Lucas Lockney added another with a nice shot in the final 9 seconds. Prowlers had a touchdown and an extra point, and we'd only played 20 minutes. Rockers got on the board early in period 2. TJ Sneath got the goal to break the shutout bid for Reed Cooper. The Prowlers responded, getting goals from Daniel Chartrand, assisted by Bobby Price, and then Price got himself his first pro goal. So Price and Welsh, both with their first pro goals tonight. It was 9-1 Prowlers at that point. Eli Rivers and Nick McGill-Diaz scored a couple for Motor City late in the second, made it 9-3. Jamie Bussell, the only goal of period number 3. And the Prowlers, 10 on the board tonight. They dominate the Motor City Rockers. No 3 stars of the game to tell you about. They have not been listed on the sheet here. We don't know why, but that's not up to me. We can give you, though, the Gunther Graphics Player of the Game, and I'm going... It was tight competition here tonight. I have to tell you that for sure, but I have to go with Bobby Price in his first pro game. Former captain for Trine University. A goal and 2 assists for Price. Again, lots of players involved in the discussion. If you asked me after the first period, probably would have been Drew Welsh. But Bobby Price tonight's Gunther Graphics Player of the Game. Gunther Graphics, your go-to guy for logos, websites, and branding. Take a look at the stats. Final stats from tonight's game. 10-3 again, the final score. 46-26 the shots. And the Rockers got credit for 2 power play goals. Prowlers did as well. The Rockers more than double the man advantage goals that Port Huron had. Prowlers racked up the penalty minutes in those final 40. They come away with a sizable victory. We'll give you some more context on what it all means throughout the FPHLs. We take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard on the other side, so don't go anywhere. There's still more coverage to come here on the PHP Network.
Experience the best of the Thumb Coast at the Doubletree by Hilton Port Huron. Nestled on the shores of the St. Clair River, our waterfront hotel offers breathtaking views that will leave you in awe. Come dine at our on-site restaurant Freighters or relax by our indoor pool. The Doubletree by Hilton Port Huron recently celebrated 10 years of service. To celebrate, we are offering 10% off your stay. Call and mention code Prowlers for a discount.
Hi, welcome.
I'm just checking in, and I have a service animal.
Service animal?
Do you have anything on the ground floor so I can let him out at night?
We're on a mission to feed the future by helping farmers worldwide be more resilient, more productive, more sustainable for generations to come. Corteva Agriscience. Keep growing.
Keep up with your Prowlers all season long on social media. Follow us on Facebook at the Port Huron Prowlers, Instagram at PH Prowlers, and Twitter at PH Prowlers. And you can find more information on our website, phprowlers.com.
It's time to wake up on the sunrise side of Michigan. Wake up to beautiful beaches. Wake up to vibrant urban landscapes. Wake up to unique eats. Wake up to charming coastal towns. Wake up to cozy entertainment. Wake up to Michigan's Thumb Coast. Plan your perfect wake-up call using bluewater.org.
Will Wiggleman back one final time here to Big Boy Arena as the Prowlers defeat the Motor City Rockers by a final of 10-3. Time now to go one more time around the FPHL as we take a look at the out-of-town scores, give a little more context to what this final means here in Fraser. Got some final scores to go over with you. Of course, we already talked about the Binghamton Black Bears, 6-3 winners over the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Venom held on in Columbus to take down the River Dragons, 3-2 the final there, so the Venom draw closer to Motor City for that final play-in spot in the Empire Division. Rahul Sharma made 39 saves. Clendenin Stewart scored twice. And again, the Venom, big win in Columbus. What a game in Danville. Dashers and Wolves knotted up at 4 goals apiece. They're about midway through period 3. That might be the one you want to turn on. Of course, the Wolves chasing the Prowlers for the 3rd spot in the Empire Division. See if the Dashers can help Port Huron out and pull out a victory. A few more finals to tell you about. Carter Shinkarik had 3 assists. Garrett Milan had 2, and Michael Greco had a goal as the Athens Rock Lobsters defeated the Baton Rouge Zydeco tonight. Final 4-3 as Baton Rouge got one back with the empty net, but couldn't get back to even. Thunderbirds take down the Blue Ridge Bobcats 5-4. Zach White, 2 goals and an assist. He got the game winner shorthanded in the 3rd period. Pierre Panacek scored twice. Carolina scored the final 3 goals of that game, the only 3 of the 3rd, and they get the come-from-behind victory on Blue Ridge. Finally, one more game that's still in progress. The Moccasins have increased their lead over the Seawolves to 3-1 thanks to a shorthanded goal from Blake Anderson in the 3rd period. They're still playing in the final frame. Again, your final tonight here from Big Boy Arena. It is 10-3 for the Port Huron Prowlers, and now they've put up the 3 stars of the game. We can give them to you now. TJ Sneath gets the home ice 3rd star of the game because that happens a lot around this league. Get a home player even though team gets blown out, but he had a goal and an assist tonight. Certainly the best rocker out there on the ice. Bobby Price, a goal and 2 assists in his first pro game. He's the 2nd star. Austin Betterly, the 1st star, with a goal and 2 helpers as well. Well, one more reminder, please do tune in tomorrow night if you can't make it out to McMorran Place. 6:05 puck drop between these Prowlers and the Rockers, and a 5:50 pregame right here on the PHP Network. But if you can make it out, please do. Be a great game at McMorran Place. You'll be able to hit the ice with your favorite Prowlers after the game, all kinds of fun stuff. So be sure to come out to McMorran Place tomorrow night, but if you can't make it, be sure to watch with us here. Thanks so much to Ben Brockway, Luke James, and Kenny Stiles for helping me out with the camera tonight. For all of them, I'm Will Wiggleman. Thanks so much for tuning in, and good night from Big Boy Arena, which may now be owned by the Port Huron Prowlers.